Well, we're
so
pretty
he is
sure.
locking his
Well,
car.
I never got confirmation, and I'm just tugging on this car. It's
Well,
locked.
Curtis is giving me the runaround. I go, what kind of car does he drive? Jeep. Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
I say, what color and what kind? I don't know. He got a new one.
Okay,
No.
so the old one was not there. That for sure was not there because I know that car.
But there's one Jeep in the lot where he parks.
I don't know where he parks, but in that garage, there were three of them, but one in particular looked like his old make.
Did you try all three?
No, I'm gonna
You
go
have
back.
to go back.
The only Jeep
Go to every single one
Yes.
and try it.
Which lot is this? The one we park in?
No, not
No,
ours.
the other one, the executive lot.
But I checked
under the
our
building.
lot, first floor, where I thought sometimes they park there.
No.
No, he doesn't park there.
Well, I just checked it because I was looking for his specific car. Not there. These two were older models. One was brand new, upgraded. I go, this has to be his car. Locked. Completely locked.
Did I ever tell you there was in the building that I was renting about a year ago? I know it's been like forever. Oh my God. It was maybe a year and a half. The first place I rented when the condo started being remodeled. And in the parking garage, there was a Ferrari, and it was a black Ferrari parked there, never moved. It was actually covered in dust. I'm like, what is this? Is this like abandoned car? It was completely covered in dust with like finger writing on it and stuff. Wash me or whatever, you know. And we lived there for 6 months. And I'm like, this car never moved. Is it a stolen car that then who leaves a Ferrari like that, you know?
Yeah.
Is it a stolen car that was just ditched or whatever? And I don't know why. I think the door was cracked a little bit, as a matter of fact, like cracked open just a little bit. And I tried the handle. The thing's unlocked. I opened the door, looked right inside. An unlocked Ferrari.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe the keys were in it. I could have driven it away. If Keith Hotchkiss owned a Ferrari, I'd be sitting pretty right now. All right, I've got here's a guy that says, I work for a police department in a wealthier city. This is very common. The police chief has to do announcements on social media to tell residents not to do this. How stupid could you possibly be? Like, this is like people who don't lock their door at night, you know, or when they leave for work, they don't lock their house. I don't understand these people. All right, I've got to wrap things up. We have the Aftermath starting on RMG Plus in just a few minutes. If you're not a Plus subscriber, sign up at roverradio.com so you can watch or listen live as they get started in just a few minutes. We will be back live. Yes,
Rover, I'm going to be out at the grand opening of Circle K in Solon today from 11:30 to 1, giving away $1 grand. $1 grand.
Today?
Today.
$1,000.
$1,000, or is this like a candy bar or something? Is this a trick? Or is
$1,000 in Circle K gift cards for gas and stuff. So
$1,000 in Circle K gift cards.
That's cool.
So Solon
All
today,
right.
grand opening Circle K Solon. I'm going to get there about 11:30.
Giving away $1 grand for the grand opening.
11:30 to 1.
Okay. Go see Charlie over there. So you're going to do the Aftermath, and then you're going to end the Aftermath, and you're going to skate right there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The Aftermath starts in just a few minutes. We'll be back live tomorrow morning. Have a great day. It's Rover's Morning Glory.
Adios.
Bye.
Hey.
Rover's Morning Glory. The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com. Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we continue to move through our Wednesday morning. Temperatures are headed up into the 80s out there with our highs back in the low 90s today. Feeling like the triple digits, though, when you factor in that humidity. We're going to remain partly cloudy to mostly sunny heading through the afternoon with 1 or 2 inland showers or isolated thunderstorms.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Got a classic or collector car to sell? Hey, it's Franny, and I want to tell you about GMTVCC.com, the new buying division of Gimme the VIN, just for classic and collector cars. From your 69 Chevelle to your granddad's 1985 square body Chevy truck, their experienced pro buyers will appraise and offer real money on the spot. No need for consignments or auctions, and they especially love resto mods. Get paid today if you're a classic or collector at GMTVCC.com. That's GMTVCC.com, brought to you by Gimme the VIN.
Are you spending a fortune while shopping on Amazon? What if I said you can earn cash back while you shop? Introducing Drop, the ultimate rewards app. Whether it's fashion, electronics, or groceries, you can earn free gift cards just by shopping online or in-store at tons of your favorite brands. Download the Drop app now and start earning while you shop. Plus, for a limited time, use code DROP11 to get $5 in points instantly.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable.
Here's a surprising fact. More than half of men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Yes, it's more common than you may think. ED can be a sign of a more serious health condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. So if your partner is distant or having trouble in the bedroom, encourage him to speak to his doctor about it. Understand it's not your fault. Learn more about ED, its causes and treatment options by visiting edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. There, you can find a board-certified urologist in West Palm who specializes in treating erectile dysfunction beyond medication and access an ED assessment. If your partner has tried pills or injections and hasn't gotten results, it's time to learn about a permanent solution that's proven to be safe, reliable, effective, and satisfying. Visit edcure.org. That's edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. Sponsored by Boston Scientific. This July 26th through 28th, get ready for an event that will inspire and empower Christians across America. The Believers Summit is coming to West Palm Beach, Florida. This summit is more than just a gathering. It's a mission to stand courageously for truth, embracing the Here I Am spirit of readiness and obedience to God's call. Join an inspiring lineup of speakers including Charlie Kirk, Jansen Franklin, Ali Stuckey, Eric Metaxas, Sage Steele, and many more. Register now for 25% off using code WPBLOCAL at tpusafaith.com/believers.
Yikes! It's like a sauna in here. Isn't your garage supposed to keep your car protected from the summer heat so it's nice when you get in? This is like a giant brick oven with your car parked right where the pizza should be. If the point of a garage is to keep your car clean and comfortable all year round, how do you expect this leaky old tinfoil door to stand up to all that heat? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Garage doors should be insulated. If you love the door you have, we can add custom insulation to your existing bare metal panels. And if you're not so in love with the door you've got, we'll help you find a gorgeous new door with internally insulated panels to keep your garage cool and clean all summer long. And warm and clean all winter. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Tell you what, we'll bring you a pizza.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Get into summer with iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart 80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Watch for a crash blocking the left lane of the exit ramp from the northbound Palmetto Expressway to Northwest 74th Street. The flyover ramp from the Breckenbacher Causeway to South US 1 is closed for bridge repairs. This report sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save money when you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters. You'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com. I'm Ron Hersey, News Radio 610 WIOD.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and more for a child in poverty. And there are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeart radio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword check at realradio921.com. That's check. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Welcome to the show.
Guess what?
I'm getting it.
You're getting what? A tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo.
A tattoo? Why is that white today?
It's National Tattoo Day.
Yeah, that's what my tramp stamp says.
Hey, that is a cool tattoo, my brother. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting inked up with some tats.
Dude, what does my tattoo say? Sweet! What about mine? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet!
Ink tats, the coolest kind.
Happy National Tattoo Day.
Showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it's the Penthouse on a Wednesday. A lot going on today. Hope you guys listened to Rover this morning and enjoyed the show. We'll get you to 2 o'clock today. We got Janet Jackson tickets, a chance for you to win them, and a new game. Jimmy will explain it to you guys. You have another great opportunity to see a great concert tomorrow night with Nelly. We also have 13 chances a day for you to win $1,000. Who doesn't want a G-Note in their hand? Come on. That is always great when you got cash. We also have WWGD coming at you today at 1:35. A lot going on, and every single day, football's getting closer. It makes so many people happy. The Chiefs, they started camp yesterday. We'll talk about that later in the program. It is a Wednesday on Real Radio. Thanks for tuning in. We always appreciate you. You're half our team. Now we got to introduce our team to you. Jimmy's in the house. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning to Francis.
Hi, good morning.
What is up, everybody? Everybody doing okay on a Wednesday, midweek?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Yeah, doing pretty well. Pretty well. How about the two of you?
Hey, G-Man, you good?
Yes, I'm good.
Good? All right, yeah, I'm doing okay. I had to drop off my Maniac, my little girl. Well, she's a big girl. She's 62 pounds. But the newest addition to my family, Phoebe, had to drop her off this morning. She got dropped off to get she's getting spayed.
Does she know?
And I don't think she does. No. Surprise.
Didn't have the talk.
Surprise. Yeah. But it's taking them to, and I'm not taking them to our actual vet, who they are fantastic. Do not get me wrong. But we shopped around, and this is an animal rescue, but they also have a animal hospital there too. Justin Bartlett, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they do great work. And
The name is familiar.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a few of them, but doesn't matter if it's them or not. And even with what they quoted us, it is way more inexpensive than where we would normally go, which is right around the corner from us. But it's like when you drop off your car to get an oil change, and they're like, "Do you want to add this and this and this and this and this?" And like,
there's add-ons to
that?
that?
Yeah, there's add-ons because she's gonna be sedated. So they're like, while she's sedated, do you want to have her teeth cleaned?
Oh.
Do you want to do you want to have these shots? Do you want to do this? Do you want to? Yeah. So it is. So they just like ask, and they're like, and this is so.
It's like a hotel.
Yeah.
There's fees.
So it's supposed to be right normally less than $200, which is a great deal. And then like by the time they add and they show you, it was like over $400. But you don't have to go with it.
How much was the other place? Do you know?
Just for the spaying was $700.
$500 difference?
Yeah.
That's a huge for the same procedure.
That's why we shopped around.
Wow,
that does seem a bit odd.
It
to
was
be that much of a difference.
$700.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's a big difference.
I know. Well, I told you my other dog was like $25. And I think, I can't remember if it was the Palm Beach Humane Society. I want to say it was Peggy Adams years ago where we got her. And the same thing. We shopped around. Our vet, it was a little bit more expensive. And we're like, well, let's price shop. And I know it's an animal's life and safety and they go under and you want to make sure that they're at a good place. But this place had fantastic reviews and I'm familiar with them. But yeah, huge difference. We're saving over $500.
That's a lot. That's a big difference.
It is. But yeah, we laughed about it because saying, just from this amount to this amount. And I get it because while your dog's sedated, they can do so many more other things, right? If you want to do it. Like a teeth cleaning, a lot of dogs do need to be sedated. But she's a puppy. Her teeth are fine.
So let me ask you this question.
Not much of a need for that.
No, older dogs maybe, right? But
And even that, it's a little bit iffy. It's usually a kind of an add-on.
Yeah. I mean, if it's obviously I've seen it where people don't take care of their dog's teeth and they definitely need to get in there.
Sure.
But what's up?
So when you take it back to your regular vet, will he know the dog got spayed?
She will know.
Yeah. The person will know there?
Of course.
Will they ask you? Like, did you take
Why did you bring her to us?
I'm asking. Like sometimes you ever get a haircut, you go to somebody different, the guy's like, hey, you want somebody else? The back's a little different for you. Your car.
Go to a different mechanic?
Right?
Sure.
They say it.
I mean, I would hope that a vet doesn't care as long as you're doing the proper things for your
just
pet.
asking.
That would be my assumption. But even today, so after we found out the pricing for all those extra things, we did call the vet to see how much because she needs her rabies vaccination here in Palm Beach County. She needs all this stuff. And even that, we price quoted at the vet after we were quoted this. And it's, I think it was like $35 plus $70 for the vet visit. So they charge you so they charge you for the vet visit itself.
It's like a doctor.
Yeah.
It costs you a certain amount just to get in the door.
Yep. So it would have been $100 and something to add it on, which we're doing while she's getting spayed there, $15. Yeah. So it's crazy.
That's why they ask.
They do.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it.
Yep.
Everything,
100%.
Everything you do, they always ask. There's always that. When you go to a hotel, there's so many fees on top of it when you check out.
But they don't tell you. At least they told us, like, hey, do you want this? It wasn't like we're adding it. You're going to have to pay at the end. They asked us if this is what we wanted.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel sheepish, too. Like, should I do it? Because it's my dog.
Oh, Matt is so quick to say no. If it's anything extra, he's like, nope.
Nope.
And then when we're talking
this
about
is what we're going in for.
Yeah.
But obviously worthwhile when you look into it.
So when we talked about it.
I'm the same way.
Exactly.
My initial response is always no.
No. Nope, we're paying what we went. We're here to get spayed. That's it, nothing else. But we did eventually decide to get some of the vaccinations.
Pedicure, manicure, or no?
Yeah. She's going to get her nails filed down.
All right, good.
Sure.
I mean, $500 is a lot. I mean, for
The difference.
same procedure.
It is crazy.
It's just crazy.
It is, yeah.
I mean, you like to try to get him in the middle and pick up the phone and go, I'm just saying I can get it done for $200.
Yeah, negotiate with my vet.
Yeah.
You're like, I just called this place.
I just said, you guys got anything in between? And what do you want to do? I'm just asking. I'd rather spend the money with you.
Yeah.
But man, that is
nutty.
Dogs are expensive.
Yes, they are.
They are. I mean, it's, there are so many other things you got to realize. But man, that adds to it. There's no doubt about it. And you have 3.
I know.
Oof. 877-927-6969. If you want to contribute to Franny's dog getting done today.
It's okay. We found a good deal.
GoFundMe. We'll GoFundMe there for Phoebe.
If I would have paid the $700, maybe, but no, we're good.
Okay, just throwing it out there. You want to kick in? No problem.
Yeah.
Let's stick with a pizza. Text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com. So it is summertime officially, I do believe, or maybe not.
It is. You're right. You're right.
Yep.
We're officially in.
20th or 22nd of June, is it?
Yeah, so
one of the two.
So
It's
we're
right
almost a
around there,
month
June 18th. I don't know, something like
I think
that.
it's 21st or 22nd.
21st?
I think, right?
Okay.
Or maybe 20th. Who knows? But we're in it.
All right,
Yes.
so what are people looking for, Franny, in the summer?
You know what they're looking for.
A-C-T-I-O-N. A-C-T-I-O-N.
Action. Summer flings.
Or just AC.
That too.
AC.
Yeah.
The other day it was so hot, my buddy worked outside all day. He was calling me, he goes, I don't know if I just want to go home and sit in my air conditioner or be with my wife. He goes, I got to tell you, it's like a 50-50 chance. I said, can't
Wasn't
you
she going to be there?
I said, can't you bub? He said, like, he was just so more excited just to get home and sit in his AC. That's one of my friends.
Oh, what he's more excited about.
Yeah.
Got it. But yeah, rom-coms have taught us that meeting someone at a romantic destination and falling in love happens all the time, right? Not in reality that much. But yeah, it turns out in real life people are interested in something much more casual than that whole falling in love. That's the summer fling. Summer loving had me a blast. But yeah, 3/4.
That'd be a good
singles.
song. Write that down.
I will.
Write that down.
What was it? Yeah. 3/4 of singles are dreaming of what they call a meet cute. That's
what?
That's a new
Meet?
word. Meet cute before their vacation. But yeah, that's a new
Meat is in meeting.
meeting. Yes, not like red
Not like a
meat,
piece of
not a
meat.
steak.
Okay.
I guess it could be a piece of meat they're looking for. While 95% of respondents in relationships are planning to stay with their partner. That's nice over the summer.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
I like when people get together for the holidays for a gift. That's nice, too.
But
guess what, honey? I'm going to stay with you this
Yes.
summer.
Just like
You're
that.
welcome.
But there's like an overlap here because 95 plus 26 does not equal 100, all right? Because 26% of them are also interested in having a summer fling of that
While they're still in a
95.
relationship?
I guess so.
See, one night stands or one time, does it ever work out? And people say it does, but in the mind, like you hook up with somebody, and there's always one that I think likes it a little bit, more.
In this instance, they're talking about summer vacations, hooking up when they're out of town. So
okay.
they're not looking, or
Okay.
even if you do, I mean, I'm guessing those people don't live in the same state or city as you.
So would
could
they-
happen, but
would out of town be Fort Lauderdale or no?
Are you going out of town for it? Or are you going on vacation for that
I think you're just going on
specifically, or-
vacation, and when you are, you're like, man, I hope I hook up while I'm on vacation. I don't know
Okay.
if it's specifically for that,
All
but
right.
it's part of the itinerary.
All
I
right.
guess.
People are looser. There's no doubt about it. There's certain cities that you go to, people would say like, hey, I'm on vacation. You just think automatically. I mean, obviously down here, anytime you see somebody you don't recognize or something like that. Yeah.
And I love this. More than a third of these people who are like, yeah, I want a summer fling. I want to hook up on vacation. Of all the respondents on here were interested in vacation hookups, but they wanted more than one. On an average, 2 people. They wanted to hook up twice.
Wow.
Not just with one.
At the same time?
They wanted to stay busy.
At the same time? Or
It doesn't say.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a big ask.
Guessing not. It is a big ask.
I mean, not only do I want to fling, I want 2 people. And you tell the person that when you meet them at the bar or wherever you're at the pool. I
All
want
right.
2 people.
All right, one down, one to go.
Unless you want
Got
to
a
knock
friend?
It out. Yeah, unless you want to knock it out right now.
What's your mom doing?
Wow.
But even over half, not by a lot, like 52% of the respondents said they had the best sex of their life while on vacation.
Yeah, well,
that
no
is a
stress.
bold statement.
Yeah, that is.
Of their life.
Yeah, carefree.
Yeah.
No worries.
They They said that they tend to be a little bit, like you mentioned, a little bit more adventurous when they're on vacation, too.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. You know, the bar is low.
Grab anybody.
The bar's low, but they also talk about they pack their best for the trip. They said that they actually, the chance of them meeting someone affects what they wear and what they pack.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Sure. They want to look sexy, get out there.
Of course. Let it up, ladies.
Yeah. I mean, now this is men and women or just
It's
women?
men and women.
Okay. Because some people are stressed on vacations. I've seen that many times.
Which
Especially,
is a shame, right? Because vacation is supposed to be for you to relax and have fun.
some people, say we talked about, I think, Jimmy, you brought up last week, overspending or something like that. They're on vacation. They're spending more than they anticipate or something like that, or just wondering, how.
See, to me, I think that stress would come after the fact, right? When you look at that and you're like, oh, man, I spent that much.
But then there's always the people that are like, they've got, all right, here's my list.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to the zoo, then we're going to go to the beach, then we're going to go to the park, then we're going to go to this, then we're going to go and there's some people that are like that.
Yes.
And it's like, when are you going to relax and enjoy yourself?
You're right.
But then again, that's just how some people are. So
They
I
are.
don't know. Is it stressed or is it stressed to them?
Those people stress me out.
Yeah.
I
I like an itinerary every now and then. I do. A couple days know what you're going to do, but sometimes you just want to walk around whatever city you're in town and just kind of go with the flow.
Just kick it around.
Exactly, yep.
Because then, I think some people I would feel like I'm obligated to do that. Like, if it's 4 o'clock museum and 4:30 rodeo, 5 o'clock twister, 7 o'clock gambling.
Well, that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that type of person does.
Yeah.
But, and again, maybe that's just, that's what is relaxing to them. So it's kind of, you got to find out right balances for you, right?
Yeah, when you go away with somebody, especially in a new relationship, that's something that's big. Because you get to see the person, good, bad, and indifferent, and you figure it out what it is. Like, what do you want to do and stuff like that. But the summer fling odds, some of the numbers don't match up, like Franny said.
Well, it was 26% of that 95 is what they were saying. We're like,
Okay. So if you guys have ever been away and hooked up, let us know. Maybe you got some good stories. Maybe you went someplace and you hooked up. You're like, wow, this is great. 877-927-6969. And was it the best sex ever? Ever? I mean, that's a bold statement when somebody says that. Like, man, best sex ever. You got to be like, whoo. Either you never had sex before or...
You never got paid for it.
You never got paid for it. That's the best sex ever. Imagine you did something for free your whole life. Now all of a sudden you're getting a paycheck. You're like, oh my God, this is awesome. Also, you can text us at Real Radio 47142. A lot going on today. So we're going to be FF all day long. Fast and Furious. Ooh, spelled it right. We're going to come back with a trifecta and this day in history and so much more. You have a fling you want to talk about? Get it off your chest. We won't tell anybody. Love to hear about you guys being slutty when you were away. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
A technology mogul has been branded a creep after he claims to have offered a woman $100,000 to do what on a flight?
Oops.
What do you think?
Join the Mile High Club.
Go a little more controversial than this.
Join the Mile High Club in blackface.
No.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Hey, good morning. Looking good along our expressway so far. Currently 95 and the Turnpike are accident-free, flowing freely as well. We do have some road work here that'll be on Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive. That'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
At FPL, we're working every day year-round for storm season. To get ready, visit fpl.com/storm for a storm guide and download the FPL mobile app for real-time updates. FPL, working for you every single day.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monroe's Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monroe's Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
As temps rise, so do life's challenges. For $90, chill out with your marijuana card during MMJ Health's Meltdown Madness. Everyone deserves a retreat during the heat. Visit mmjhealth.com/Real Radio. Again, that's mmjhealth.com/Real Radio.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I'm John Morgan. When you call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, your very own army springs into action immediately, 24/7. Our investigators, legal staff, and over 900 lawyers work together to fight to get you the best result as quickly and easily as possible. Insurance companies know who we are, and now you know it too. This firm was built for greatness. This firm was built for you. Injured? Call your army. We're ready to roll. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home ready to handle strong winds and heavy rain? Don't stress. Expert Shutter Services is here to help. The largest storm shutter manufacturers on the Treasure Coast, Expert Shutter Services offers top-notch protection with Cat 5 rated Ultra Shield hurricane screens and Nautilus rolling shutters. Call Expert Shutter Services now for a free in-home consult at 772-871-1915. That's 772-871-1915. Expert Shutter Services. We're taking the shutter industry by storm.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melts, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we continue to move through our Wednesday morning. Temperatures are headed up into the 80s out there with our highs back in the low 90s today. Feeling like the triple digits, though, when you factor in that humidity. We're going to remain partly cloudy to mostly sunny heading through the afternoon with 1 or 2 inland showers or isolated thunderstorms.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
What's going on? Palm Beach Garden Trade Pool Guy Jeremy here. A couple of years ago, I went on vacation with my girlfriend's family, aunts, uncles, cousins. Right, her father is so by the book. This guy prints out itineraries for the day's activities, sports competitions, right? And he also gets trophies and cups made up for the winners of all these competitions. Lucky for me, these kids from Wisconsin, not that athletic. Totally dominated all sports, took home the trophy first year.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's a little crazy. Trophies for vacation, everything like that. Wow. Wonder if he had like a trophy for banging his daughter. It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
Jeremy, always love your input. Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for this day in history in a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, Danny Hurley is the coach of UConn. He's going for a three-peat, something that hasn't been done since years ago at UCLA. He got offered $70 million by the Lakers, turned it down, stayed for $50 million, but now he's shopping a book deal to talk about the experience, and he will make a lot of money on the book deal. So they'll make up all this money, and he'll end up with about $70 million when it's all said and done. Last night, All-Star game, American League 1-5-3. Durant hit a home run for the Red Sox. And it was a big, big night for him. He was first time in an All-Star game, 3-run homer. He ended up winning 5-3. Ohtani did hit a home run for the National League for the Dodgers. He had a blast, too. He looks like he is just MVP right now. Give it to him. And the Chiefs opened up camp yesterday. The Kansas City Chiefs going for to be the first team in the Super Bowl era. That goes back to the 60s when the first one was the Packers and the Chiefs, 67, 66. To win 3 in a row. There's been 4 or 5 teams that have won 2 in a row, but they are going to try to win 3 in a row. Patrick Mahomes was there. He said, by the way, he's having a 3rd child, and that's it. He's shutting it down. No more kids after this. So only 3 kids for him. But Chiefs going to try to repeat, and I think they do. We're all excited for the football season, and we'll see what happens. And that is your Greeks trifecta. And now over to Jimmy for this day in history.
Well, we got a short list, and we're not going too far back. 1821 is the stop first, and that's when Andrew Jackson became the governor of the great state of Florida. 122 years ago today, in 1902, American mechanical engineer Willis Carrier, does that name sound familiar? he completed drawings for what would become the first modern air conditioner. 107 years ago today, in 1917, a British royal's family last name was changed from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor. Rolls off the tongue a little bit better. 79 years ago today, in 1945, Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill, and Harry S. Truman met at the Potsdam Conference, the last Allied summit conference of World War II.
It was called the Potsdam?
Potsdam.
Oh, okay.
69 years ago today, 1955, Disneyland opened in Anaheim, California. 49 years ago today, 1975, an Apollo command module docked with a Russian Soyuz spacecraft for the very first time. 3 astronauts and 2 cosmonauts carried out 5 joint experiments for NASA's first international partnership. And finally, 40 years ago today, drinking age was raised to 21 years ago today because of Ronald Reagan. He signed the National Minimum Drinking Age Bill. Boo. And that's what happened on this day, July 17th in our history.
Boo. Good job, Jim. We do it once a show to reflect on the day we're in. If you guys ever had a summer fling with anybody, good, bad, or indifferent, love to hear about it. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You can text us at Real Radio 47142, or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Coming up a little bit later on at 11:45, we're giving away a prize today. We have a pair of tickets to see Janet Jackson with special guest Nelly this Thursday night, July 18th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. We're going to have a new game coming up. It's called 3-Word Wednesday, and that's where I'm going to read you 3 words, and you have to figure out the word that is associated with those 3 words. So think of this. I'll say the word money, prostitutes, boca. What would be the 4th word, or the word that would go with that, Franny?
You mean something that relates to all 3 of those words? Greek.
There you go. That's how you play 3-Word Wednesday. We're going to be doing that at 11:45 for a pair of Janet Jackson tickets.
How are those words connected is what that means, and they are connected by Greek.
There you go.
Well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that.
A woman busted herself for embezzlement. This happened up in South Carolina. She stole from the Girl Scouts of America. This is absolutely terrible, but she did it to herself. Here's a case of something getting themselves in trouble. Authorities have arrested a woman for allegedly embezzling nearly $20,000 from the Girl Scouts. Her name was Melissa Arwood, and she's charged with breach of trust with fraudulent intent, according to Dorchester County Sheriff's Office. Arwood, the leader of Troop 159, initially contacted deputies on April 25th. So there it is. She's contacting them for something else. She reported that $5,000 was missing from a deposit she had made in February. According to the incident report, she also reported that approximately $31,000 was missing from another deposit made in earlier April. I don't know what she thought was going to happen, but of course they looked into it. Investigators found that between January 13th and April 25th, she had acquired $119,194 in Girl Scout merchandise for her troop to sell during the season. Okay, that seems somewhat normal. However, the report states that she only submitted $74,000 of the expected $93,000, and the discrepancy led to the accusation that she had embezzled the difference of almost $20,000, $19,794.
It's terrible.
She was arrested and booked in the Dorchester County Detention Center, and she's since been released on bond. She doesn't say anything. Nobody finds out. I don't know. I imagine they might have eventually, but how about that? She made the initial contact to look into something, and it ended up busting her.
Well, you never know. Like you said, it might have went down the road, and something could have happened, and she could have deflected, like, hey, it wasn't me. And then when they really start looking into it, but I mean, that is terrible. First of all, stealing as a whole is bad, but kids, come on.
Yeah.
Stealing for the Girl Scouts.
Even worse when it's that, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's such a trust factor in there when you buy those cookies that you're helping the kids and the girls, and you know what, helping them in all aspects. You're going to think now people are stealing from that, and it just goes to show you there's a lot of creepy people out there. It sucks. And that's really sad. It really is. I mean, that the lady stole the cookies. I mean, come on. $20,000. What are you going to do with $20,000? Your whole life's ruined now. That's not going to help you. 877-927-6969. Don't steal it all, please. If it's not yours, don't take it. You could call us about summer flings. Did you ever have a fling? And also, you want to add in there your best sex ever. Now, is that something you just say to somebody? You just throw it out there to make them feel good? little cherry on top. Like, my God, that was the best sex ever. Because somebody says that to you. You got to feel good. You got to be like, wow. You know, especially if it's somebody like you're like outkick your coverage that's super hot. You're like, wow, best sex ever. But do you believe it? Or do you think the person's just having a few, you know what I mean? Like in the morning, do you ever do a review? Like, how was it? Not bad.
I don't really do reviews. I mean, I think at the time or after the time, you realize if it's good or not. I don't think there's any necessity to actually sit and review and do pros and cons list. But speaking of vacations and certain things, including Eugene Man, 47142 started off with Real Radio. It says, Greek has guilt because we were talking about my puppy dog, and she is getting spayed today, and we shopped around, and you asked, you were like, you know, will your vet that you normally go to, will she notice that she got spayed?
It's just a question.
Will she be upset that you went somewhere else?
Yeah.
But they said Greek has guilt if he cheats on a service provider, you know, car wash, barber, tire store, or mechanic, but girlfriend, significant other, not so much is what they say in the text line.
I care, but not as much.
47142.
Right, Jimmy? I mean, it's still there, but not as much.
Yeah. And then making an itinerary and trying to stick to it on vacation sounds too much like work, according to that text line. But some people love it.
Yeah.
They do. It's just different personality types.
Yeah, and I think the person you're with, you know, obviously you know each other so well. I don't like anything planned, but that's just me. But if somebody really want to like, hey, I don't mind one thing. Like this, they say in the afternoon, we're doing this.
Well, especially if you're doing an excursion or something like that, you do have to book that in advance, typically.
But if I woke up and somebody gave me like an agenda, like 9 things, I would really feel like it was work. I'd be like, man, this is, how about a to-do list with just your name on it? That'd be perfect. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Summer flings. People are looking for them. Are you out there giving them to them? And where would you meet somebody?
Are you giving them to them? They're looking for them. Are you giving them to them?
Give it to them.
Give it to
Give it to
them.
me, baby.
Well, maybe you're going to have
a good song. Let me write that down.
Look at us. Somebody's coming up with all these great song ideas.
4 more, we get a jukebox.
Well, maybe you are headed to Paris for summer, and you're looking for a summer fling while you're out there watching the Olympics. We know a lot of Olympians are. You know they are getting it on. Well, this is something different than that. We are actually talking about, if you were not aware, how much athletes actually get paid for winning Olympic medals. Now, every place is different. Every country is different, but just making it to the Olympics as an athlete is, of course, an honor and very impressive. Winning a medal, even more so, right? But beating out all the other competitors to win a gold medal can be life-changing and lucrative for some, depending on what country these athletes are from. They did a new survey of medal payouts for Olympic athletes that reveal what they'll get from their countries for bringing home the gold. Now, USA Today Sports reached out to the National Olympic Committee of 40 countries about their medal payouts, and only 25 responded. What do the other 15 have to hide?
They're not paying them.
What do you have to hide?
They're not paying them, or it's on the side. A lot of people don't realize that they do get paid for medals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people.
So the average of those 25 will pay the equivalent of $95,000 for gold, $55,000 for silver, and $39,000 for bronze. The countries included in the survey that pay the most, Serbia, those who win from Serbia gold at the Paris Olympics will get $214,900.
That's awesome.
Right? If they're saying that the average is 95, they are way over that average.
And that could go a lot there, too.
Athletes that win gold from Malaysia and Morocco will also receive more than $200,000 from their country's government or the National Olympic Committee. They say at least 6 other countries have payouts of more than $100,000, and some throw in other perks for gold medal winning athletes like vacations, apartments,
or summer fling.
Or summer fling. How'd you know? Or extra money for breaking an Olympic record. So you get like
cool.
bonus on that if you break a record.
That's awesome.
I didn't know this was such a lucrative thing.
Yeah, and these are different countries. Team USA athletes get quite a bit less. Their payouts offered through what the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee call Operation Golds are, and man, if you're an American athlete, you might want to move to Serbia. So $37,500 for gold medal compared to what I say, 214, almost 215. Right. Yeah, $37,500 for every gold medal at the Paris Games, $22,500 for each silver medal, and $15,000 for every bronze.
Keep it.
Countries with the highest payouts, so I'll let you know. Serbia.
$30,000, keep it.
Serbia, that $215 about. Malaysia, little over $212. Morocco, almost $201. Italy, 193 and
Ooh,
change.
Nice. Italians going into the pocket.
193 and change. Lithuania, 180 and change. Hungary, 155 and change. Ukraine, 125 and change. Am I saying that right? Kosovo,
yeah.
Kosovo, 107 and change. España, Spain, 101 and change. And Greece, almost about 97,000.
The motherland, 97,000.
Yes, yep.
And each country pays it out of their own, right? It isn't like some big Olympic pot.
But that's interesting. So I got to look into it because one of these did say, right, that Malaysia, Morocco, that 200, they say from the country's government or National Olympic Committee.
Okay. Oh,
So
they're national.
They're
yeah,
National
they're
Olympic
National
Committee.
Olympic
But yeah, it's
Committee.
either
Okay.
the government or
So-
their National Olympic Committee, depending.
But in other words, it's each individual company paying their whatever
Country,
they're-
yes.
Right. So,
Mhm.
And then the only other thing, though, is, I mean, compared to some of these other countries, how many do typically the United States win versus some of those other countries?
So you're saying
You know,
like
they may not
their
win as
pot's
many.
not
So
as much. Got it. Okay.
Well, so you're 100% right, because we could have a chance where maybe we win 20 or 15
Right,
gold
so
medals, and they
you
might
win-
have one.
Right, exactly.
They also might feel in America that there's a great opportunity when you win a gold medal for a lot of money when you come back.
Endorsement deals
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yep. I mean, you know, all different things, whether it's Wheaties or sneakers or apparel or anything. Babanya, I mean, so they might feel like that. But I think your point, Jimmy, is to the point, is that we could have a lot of gold medals. They might have one.
Yeah. Did you say China's?
No, I can find it. They only gave me the top 10 highest payouts
Okay.
for gold medals.
Because again, there's a country that, you know, typically they have a bunch of, you know, they get a bunch of winners.
Sure.
You know, Russia. Well, Russia is different now because they're not eligible. I guess. Are they still not eligible? I don't know. That's a question. I don't know where they're at as far as the international community,
So it
especially
looks-
right now with the war going on.
It was supposed to be the 2020, but 2021 games in Tokyo. So they do. So this is the amount of money. They have money set aside for all the people who win medals. And it looks like in the Tokyo games, it was $13.2 million that the U.S. Olympic Committee had.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. That was the pot they had. And so, and then whatever winners, obviously, as I mentioned, the
Comes out of
gold
that.
did
Yeah.
37.5 and stuff like that.
Wonder
So
where
they
the-
do have that money set aside, certain amount.
Wonder where that money comes from.
Donations.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you see a lot of times they always say on all the ads, if you'd like to donate to the U.S. Olympic
Oh,
team.
okay. Okay.
Yep. I've
It's
seen that
Olympic
mentioned.
and Paralympic team. All that's together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
And I think a lot of people do donate, obviously, because they get this kind of money. And I'm sure if they ever fell short, they would probably, you know, be able to make it up or whatever they need. Because it's a lot of money to maintain everybody, you know, food, you know, lodging, training, all that stuff.
Well, that's the other thing. Does that $13 million cover that?
I would.
You know, does it cover the uniforms? Does it cover
I don't
cover
know.
their training?
I think that's just payout money.
I was going to say, because that doesn't seem like a lot of money to for all the different sports.
I don't know.
No, because they say that's the money distributed to athletes for medal performances.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't win that many gold medals, 13 million. I mean, I don't know. Maybe winter and summer together. Maybe that's how it comes together. Obviously,
Sure,
you
yeah.
two. It's every 4 years. So, I mean, that's another difference. It's not every year.
But they're training for those 4
Yeah,
years
that's what I'm
too.
saying. Yeah,
So
the
right,
lodging,
you know.
that's what I'm saying. The trainers, the
Yeah.
coaches, hotel stays. I mean, there's a lot of money
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. And that's got to all come from donations.
So you know what? Remember how I said 25 countries did not respond to this study?
Right.
China was one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
they
that's
just
why we
they don't want to tell you.
That's
Okay,
why we
gotcha,
don't
gotcha.
know. But they said the two known highest paying countries at the last Summer Olympics. They said Chinese as Taipei and Singapore did not respond to multiple messages seeking updated information. Singapore said it would pay an athlete $1 million if he or she won gold in Tokyo.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
a lot of money.
Sure. Yeah, it is a lot of money.
Taipei,
right? I
maybe
think that's how
said
they
it
say
would
that.
would reward its lone individual gold medalist. One in particular, this one was a weightlifter. I'm not even going to try to say their name,
Sure.
but roughly they won $716,000. So that's how we know what the last Olympics, but they didn't respond to this survey.
Right.
So it seems like they probably pay a lot more than everybody else.
I was trying to compare it to another country that I know wins a lot of medals. I have a Canada because they usually do with a bunch of
Canada,
different, right? Sweden
yeah.
with a lot of the winner ones we kind
For
of
this,
associate some of those countries with.
2024 gold medal. Canada's kind of at the bottom of the list for $14,608.
All right. So
Yes.
maybe that's why. Again, same type of concept where you got a lot.
You also got to feel the person, whoever is doing this, is giving up 4 years of their life where they can't go out and earn. You know what I mean? So they have to obviously train 7 days a week. So they're not getting paid for that.
What do you mean they can't go out and earn?
Well, where are they going to work? You're in training constantly.
Well, of course, but as these athletes, there is no other way that they're making money. I mean, as you mentioned, endorsement deals and stuff like that. I know you are training constantly, but
after you make it, yes, I think after you have a gold medal or bronze or silver, you have a little bit more of a platform to try to get endorsements. But I think while you're practicing, you know what? Nobody really knows you. There's very few people who know the Olympics, who's playing, and the only person really you know are the NBA players. And the girls basketball, and that one girl, I forget her name, the one track star who's like phenomenal from Harvard. But as a household name, I don't think a lot of people know who they are. I mean, if they do, great. I don't. And the reason for the men's basketball, because they're all NBA players. I mean, if they weren't. So, I mean, those
they're obviously fine.
Yeah.
They're not the ones you're really referencing to. But
and maybe in other
like
countries,
track and field.
Maybe in other countries, just because we don't pay that much attention to these athletes that are in all these other Olympic sports, maybe it's completely different in other countries. Maybe they are superstars. They have crazy endorsement deals. And stuff.
I mean, anything's possible with it.
I mean, gymnastics. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, but like the 4 years, you're practicing every single day. What else could you really do? I mean, you can't go work at Chick-fil-A in the afternoons. I mean, you got to be there constantly, maintaining, coaching, getting ready, all the trials they have, all the games that they don't even count. So there's a lot going on.
This is, according to Indeed, this is how they make their income, because you're like, all right, well, how do they do this? Besides they say that, but a professional sports competitor, including Olympic athletes, earn an average of $77,300 per year. And this is according to U.S. Bureau of Statistics. They say they don't usually receive a traditional salary for competing, unlike in other sporting events, but they do receive bonuses. Well, this is for the medaling. I saw something where they said, how do they earn their income? They said, okay, so after the athlete may receive corporate sponsorships or grants to support their preparation into the Olympics.
Okay. All right.
They said this is often a beneficial source of income for these athletes, as their extensive training preparation requirements often prevent them from having full-time jobs. So grants, sponsorships they receive help them pay for their training, travel, and variety of other expenses during this time.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to foot the bill. It's a lot.
Corporate sponsorships, yeah.
Yeah, but they're also not like part of this big team that's there all the time for 4 years, because don't we have like qualifying and you know, like to get into the Olympics as far as getting onto a team for, let's say, the 100-yard dash or whatever it is, right? For that type of thing, or javelin or shot put, or like for some of those summer games, you got to qualify for that. But so they're individual players or participants.
So they say another funding source, gain funding, friends, family before they compete. Some may be able to access sponsorship from local businesses. You can obtain a grant or find some part-time jobs through a special jobs opportunity program. Right. So I guess there's all these different outlets where they can somehow make money.
It's a it's a full-time commitment. It's a lifetime commitment. People who want to be in the Olympics start training when they're 10 years old. I mean, their whole lives to get into that. And there are some people who've been in many Olympics. Like Michael Phelps, how many he was in and how successful he was. I mean, some of these people can make it really, really big. But for the most part, you got your time right after the Olympics if you are successful, and that's when you got to strike when the oven is hot. Or the iron, whatever.
Oven, iron. They both get hot.
Yeah, put your hand on either one. You're going to go, ow, bitch. We got some Florida stories. What's coming up? Anything about a shark attack?
I mean, I'm sure I can find something because there's been plenty of them. But yes, there is an incident in the ocean. Why did a Florida man jump into the ocean? It's to evade the cops. But
I heard this story is crazy.
It's a crazy, crazy situation. Another Florida man exposing his genitals. Shocker. And why did this dude camp in a Walgreens bathroom? It's just it's a weird kink. We have a Florida man camping in a Walgreens bathroom. I have these details coming up when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe it. Woo!
Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
A decent drive along your expressways this morning. Currently 95 the Turnpike are accident-free, flowing freely as well. We have some road work here on Lakeview Avenue. That'll be westbound after Flagler Drive, blocking the left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has berry fast melts, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Got a classic or collector car to sell? Hey, it's Franny, and I want to tell you about GMTVCC.com, the new buying division of Gimme the VIN, just for classic and collector cars. From your 69 Chevelle to your granddad's 1985 square body Chevy truck, their experienced pro buyers will appraise and offer real money on the spot. No need for consignments or auctions, and they especially love resto mods. Get paid today for your classic or collector at GMTVCC.com. That's GMTVCC.com, brought to you by Gimme the VIN.
There are choices that can change your life.
Like the choice to start routine colorectal cancer screening at age 45.
It's one of the most common cancers for women and men, and it doesn't always have symptoms.
But there's good news. Routine screening can catch colorectal cancer early and even prevent it.
And there's even better news. You have screening options.
Make the choice to put your health first. Talk to your doctor about your screening options, or visit cdc.gov/screenforlife for more information.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jason Williams. It was a rainy day, and I'd gotten hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over 100 miles an hour is what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Everybody that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was Morgan & Morgan. I was on hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back and said, Jason, we will absolutely take your case. As a non-tech savvy guy, any question that I had, if I called, text, or emailed, they got right back to me. They made it as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This July 26th through 28th, get ready for an event that will inspire and empower Christians across America. The Believers Summit is coming to West Palm Beach, Florida. This summit is more than just a gathering. It's a mission to stand courageously for truth, embracing the Here I Am spirit of readiness and obedience to God's call. Join an inspiring lineup of speakers including Charlie Kirk, Jensen Franklin, Ali Stuckey, Eric Metaxas, Sage Steele, and many more. Register now for 25% off using code WPBLOCAL at tpusafaith.com/believers.
You're a Florida homeowner. You understand severe weather. But did you know that everyday elements like sun, rain, heat, and humidity can also wreak havoc on your home? From hurricanes to heat waves, StormSmart can protect your home 365 days a year. With storm catcher screens, aluminum shutters, and impact windows and doors. They're each designed to look great, increase your living space, and provide the protection you deserve. Because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a hot one for us, too, with temperatures in the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits when you factor in the humidity. 1 or 2 inland isolated showers or storms will be possible, but the majority of us are dry for the rest of the day. We stay near 90 for the rest of the week. Rain chances increase for us late this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's, home of the $5 Biggie Bag. The Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is the GOAT of fast food deals for a lot of reasons. Here are 4 of them: a junior bacon cheeseburger, nuggies, fries, and a drink. It's also just $5. And unlike the other guys, it's not going away after a month. Get out there and get the bag. The Wendy's Biggie Bag. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
From the Anajar Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword grand at realradio921.com. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are. Welcome back into The Penthouse. Hopefully you were just listening to our dude Rover from Rover's Morning Glory because he had a special word for you. That word can get you $1,000. And I'll let you know if you missed it. That word was grand. G-R-A-N-D. Take grand. Enter that realradio921.com. We call it grand in your hand, and that's exactly what we want you to have is $1,000. Good morning. This is Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And we do have G-Man. It is a Wednesday, which means we will also find out what Greek would do on a Wednesday after the final trifecta. And a heads up, on Wednesdays, we're going to have a new game that we are going to play at 11:45. And that is for a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson with Nelly tomorrow night at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Jimmy, you want to explain the game?
Sure. This is an easy game. We call this 3-Word Wednesday. I'm going to read you 3 words, and you have to tell us the word that would associate with that. So I'll give you another example. How about this? Let's see.
Oh, off the top of the dome, huh?
Animals.
Okay.
Vacations.
Okay. You don't even have to give me a third one.
Puerto Rico.
I thought you were going to say tequila.
Tequila. Oh, there we go. Okay, tequila.
I know. Is that me?
Ding, 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 ding. Let's go with Francis. Yes, and it's not actually going to be like that as far as us. To give you a real example, it'll be like, how about I'll give you this one. Cream, skate, water. What word would go with cream, skate, and water?
Cream, skate, and water.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I am stumped on that one. G-Man, can you think of the association between these 3 words?
Cream, skate, and water. What word would go with those 3 words?
I didn't hear the first word. I'm sorry.
Cream, skate, and water.
We're not winning tickets to go see Janet Jackson.
It's cream.
Cream, skate, and water.
What water would go? What word would go with those three words?
There's so many people
what
yelling
water?
right now at their
Florida
speaker.
Panthers?
Florida Panthers. That's a correct answer.
What is the correct
skate?
answer?
Well, the cream.
The correct answer is ice. Ice cream, ice skate, ice water.
That's tough. Man. Wow. We might have to go back to the other
Man,
stuff.
I feel like a dodo. But then when you say it, because when he says it, it's like, oh, yeah.
I still don't find it.
Oh, yeah.
I went with the Panthers because they're skating, and then the whipped cream, they're celebrating. What was the third one?
Water.
Water. Yeah, they
And
sprayed
then
water.
they threw
Water on each other.
They put the Stanley Cup in the water.
Yeah.
In the ocean.
The
So
ocean.
it's Panthers.
The ocean water.
Thanks,
so
Jimmy.
the correct answer is
Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Got it. It's not.
You guys are best.
You guys want to do some Florida stories?
Yeah. All right, let's do it and boom.
Florida. Florida.
Did you say
Florida. I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yep, Port St. Lucie seeking another dude who's exposing himself. First the guy in the Ring doorbell. First that guy. Have we found him yet? Do we know? I got to see if there's an update.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
As
on
Greek
it.
would say, up me date. I want to see if there's an update on that. But yes, police said they are working to identify another dude who exposed himself to a teenage girl in Port St. Lucie.
Come on.
Yep, the incident occurred at a TJ Maxx. They need help to identify this dude. And there's pictures of him walking into the TJ Maxx. He's not wearing a mask. He's got his little earbuds in and he's glasses. Looks very sharply dressed, but he's a pervert. They said he exposed his genitals to a teenage female customer. They said the guy just entered the store and exposed himself, just like that. He's described as a man who is 20 to 30 years old, slim build, dark-colored hair, wearing glasses. Anyone with any information needs to call Treasure Coast Crime Stoppers. This is on our local news. So if you've seen him and you know that guy, let's stop him because I'm sure this is not his first time showing his junk to people. Then next up in your What the Florida, why did this guy jump in the ocean? And it wasn't to cool off. A Florida man.
Stanley Cup.
No,
See?
this guy was desperate for his girlfriend and cops not to access his phone, decided to jump into the ocean to avoid giving up his passcode.
This made no sense.
And tried to flee arrest after being grilled by police while out on the boat. There's body cam footage that shows two female Florida Fish and Wildlife officers questioning a dude who identifies himself as AJ and his girlfriend. They're on a boat somewhere near Key West. This video is all on the news, and I believe it's on YouTube. So they said that AJ is arguing with officers and his girlfriend over the phone and proper identification and becomes increasingly agitated before finally he's like, screw it, I'm jumping in the water and I'm taking my phone with me. Nobody can access this.
Wow.
Yep.
Like he didn't think he was going to get caught?
Questioning what would happen if he just swims away. He then led the cops on a 7-minute pursuit back to shore before getting arrested. So the incident began when the two officers told the couple they were searching the area for a different vessel in their jurisdiction. But it happened to AJ and his girlfriend on a boat with some code violations on their boat.
And they had
even
no
though they
ID.
weren't seeking them.
And I think they had no ID on them. They couldn't say who they were.
Yeah, the cops, well, that's what they said. They said unidentified girlfriend. Neither him or AJ had IDs, and the boat he's operating, they said, was breaking a number of codes. Proclaiming he did nothing wrong, he started getting angry with the cops and asked them if they're just out here trying to catch people breaking laws on the water. They're like, yeah, that's what we do.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
We're catching people like you?
That's what
Okay.
they said. They're like, yeah, we're
anything else
addressing.
to do?
Yeah, they're like, we're addressing violations because we're cops and that's what we do. It's like their response. So he's
You guys got some
agitated.
freaking nerve, I got to tell you.
He's agitated. They ask him because the way he's asking if he has a warrant out. And they're like, usually when people start acting like that, it's because they've got a warrant. One of the officers says to the ticked off dude, AJ, while his girlfriend Pili tells him to calm down. She's like, dude, you need to relax, all right? You're freaking out. Relax. This is the girlfriend. He gets more anxious. And he's like, well, what will happen if I jump in the water and swim away? And they're like, we'll follow you. They're like, I'm telling you.
Where you going?
Yeah, they're like, I'm telling you, you're not free to leave. We're going to follow you. And that's when video cuts to the officer looking at a blurred out computer screen showing AJ did have a warrant out for his arrest.
Oh,
Look at
no
that.
wonder. Dun, dun, dun.
And then
Hope
that's
Charlie
when
the
he was
Tuna
like, you
grabbed
know
him.
what? Screw it. I'm swimming home. And his girlfriend's like, AJ, I swear to effing God, if you jump in the water, I'll be gone tomorrow. His girlfriend's threatening him.
Well, she's not going to see him anyway.
Well, not just that, he's just leaving her behind on the boat.
Wow.
She then asks to unlock his phone so she can get his boss's phone number. He's like, what's your password? What's your password? AJ then moves back to the corner of the boat, telling the cops, I'm not going to jail today.
Maybe tomorrow, but not today. Catch me, bitch.
Yeah, so that's when he jumps in the water. He didn't want his girlfriend to access his phone, and he didn't want to get arrested.
But what the hell
What's
could be
in
in
your
the
phone,
phone?
dude? What do you mean?
I mean, what could be in his phone?
Something that he didn't want his girlfriend to see.
And now
Very incriminating.
Now he's going to jail, and he needs a new phone.
Yeah, because he's swimming. It's not like he had like somebody pick him up on a jet ski and take him away.
Yeah, like when I saw this article, I said, where the hell's he going? Now he needs a new phone, and he's going to jail.
Yeah, this is there's more to the story,
I hope
but
they
it's
work
fine.
it
Eventually, yes, they slapped handcuffs on him. They got him. Of course, he was swimming. They were gonna figure it out.
They're getting married this afternoon.
I was going to say, is the wedding still on? I love you.
I will put that up. It's a fun video. I will put that up. And then, very odd story. Not odd. The guy knew what he was doing. But this Florida man decided in New Smyrna Beach Walgreens that he was going to go take a nap in there, and he was doing it for a reason. Officers responded to a store over there in reference to a business alarm that was going off around 3 a.m. The alarm company told police there was a man inside the store, even though the store had been closed since 10 p.m. Police say security footage showed the man, Christopher Morgan, they eventually identified him, entering the store's bathroom around 9:40 p.m. But he didn't leave the bathroom until 2:42 a.m. So he took himself quite a little nap. 9:40, to 2:42.
Catching some Z's.
He wanted to make sure everybody was gone, I guess. After being in the bathroom for nearly 5 hours, he gets up, treated himself to a bunch of stuff, some Totitos, spinach dip, chips, Reese's, Ghirardelli chocolate, a Dr. Pepper, and a pack of Newport cigarettes.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. They said when they arrived, they said they could see Morgan through the doors taking the pack of cigarettes from behind the counter. And the body camera footage security alarm can be heard going off as officers did help the man unlock the door from inside. Once outside, they began to place him under arrest. They asked if there was anyone else inside the building, and they said he seemed very confused. And he was like, I just came in here to use the bathroom. So I don't know if he passed out or what. I just came in here to use the bathroom, but I woke up and I was still here and everybody's gone.
Who's tired?
Yeah. But yes, eventually arrested. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show, 11:05, 105. Guys staying in the bathroom. Reminds me of those bets. Remember, Jimmy, we talked about it where guys would bet in Vegas to stay in a bathroom, live in a bathroom for a year, and they would gamble big money. And then there was another guy who got breast, on a man. And you know who's doing that now? The guy from
Steve-O.
Steve-O, yeah. I saw a headline about that.
He's getting like D's too. He ain't playing around. He's getting big one.
Oh, it's crazy. Now the guy in Vegas never got back.
And I feel like ever since he's gotten sober, he's done crazier things.
Yeah,
Steve-O.
yeah. Maybe I ought to go back on the sauce.
Yeah, he's getting D-cup breast.
Wow.
I don't know if he's done it already, but
The guy in Vegas, it was a bet and a challenge.
he kept him though.
Yeah, he did.
That was a fantasy football he lost?
No.
Fantasy football?
I thought it was.
Maybe. I thought it was just two guys betting because the Teddy was telling the story and there was a book about it.
In essence, same thing, right? He
Yeah.
lost a bet, so he ended up having to get the implants.
But it was only like for a year or something.
But he kept him.
And he's had him this whole time.
Screw it.
It's worked out. Gets a lot
Can't
of free
keep my
drinks.
hands off myself.
Gets a lot of free drinks.
Have you seen them? I've actually seen them.
Nah.
It's not a bad job.
And then
Recommend? Is that a recommendation?
Yeah. Who's your doctor? Not a bad boob job.
And then there was the guy who they bet that he couldn't live in a bathroom in one of the casino bathrooms, and for like a year or 6 months like that, lived there.
Live in it?
Lived in the bathroom. Yeah, there was a
Ugh.
crazy book about crazy bets in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And he couldn't leave the men's room for a year.
Couldn't leave it?
Yeah.
What about food?
I guess food was brought in by room service. So,
You would think the hotel would be like,
this is years ago. This wasn't
Okay.
like today. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of crazy bets. But and they had to camp out.
Year?
Yeah, I think it was a year.
In a can? Ugh, jeez.
It was in
What
public.
do you do?
Well, you get TV, you watch on your phone. The Wynn's got a beautiful bathrooms. Like I tell you, probably better than a lot of people's homes. All the granite, marble.
All right, fair enough.
They got a big chair.
They got a
there.
TV in there?
I think they do. I think they do have TVs.
I mean, okay.
I guess you're right.
All right.
You're showering in the sink. You're just like, I mean.
It's a crazy bet.
It is. I mean, but to never leave is a thing. Like, if you can walk out and, like, that's where you live, you go home, you go to bed there and you shower there, but to never leave, that's insane.
It was a book that came out.
I believe you. I gotta look into this. That's a crazy story.
There was something about playing 18 holes of golf at one of the famous golf courses in a record time. There's a lot of different odd things.
I couldn't imagine like not being able to leave my house for an entire year for anything.
I would go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess how much money, right? How much money is on the line here? How much did they bet this guy?
I suppose
They need to put that one bet that the guy who lost the fantasy football league thing, and he had to bring the blow up doll to dinner. That was a fun one.
Oh, that was good.
That was a good one because he treated that girl like it was a real date.
Would you stay home for 1 year? Obviously, your husband, the dogs, he could leave and they could leave.
Of course.
For $100,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the mark already. 100,000.
But see, the issue is I would have to find another job, too, because this company is not going to be like, sure, take the year off.
Well,
but he's still working, obviously, and $100,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's better than working.
Great. I'm with you. Staying home. I would go a little stir crazy. Am I allowed to have people over at my house?
Of course.
Oh, all right. Then yes, sign me
Oh,
up.
you have people over?
Sign me
Oh, hell
up.
yeah. Yeah.
100, but you can't leave the house.
Then I can go hooking.
It's just like somebody who's it's just like people who are on bracelets. You know what I mean? When they come out of jail. Same thing. You can't leave.
House arrest.
That's,
I mean, it's a little different,
well,
but
it's but it's a punishment.
Yes.
But I'm saying it's similar.
It
They
is a
can't leave either. But they could be making money too.
47142 started off with Real Radio.
Are they allowed to have televisions and telephones and things like that?
Yes, when they're home.
Of course.
Yep.
On house arrest?
Yeah.
Can you?
Everything
Okay.
in your home.
All right.
I adopted Piper from a girl who was on house arrest.
Okay.
And she lived in a really nice house. I was like, not too shabby being on house arrest, huh?
You just can't leave the grounds. You can walk outside.
Yeah.
In your front yard and backyard. I know a couple of people who went through it, but you can't leave.
Interesting.
Yep. So 47142, we have a show on Netflix called Sprints. Our girl Stacy in West Palm Beach, who we know loves to run, she says it's a show. It shows an insight to Olympic sprinters. She said, these are household names to me and cover my social. So, like with her, it's all about the sport you prefer. You say basketball, NFL, that people recognize her. She's a runner, so she knows all of these names that are in the Olympics.
Sure,
so it just depends, right?
I'm saying
On what you're into.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say is the common average person.
Yeah, but you even say the household name. There's a lot of people who don't watch basketball. I mean, just because those are the circles that you run in, I don't know if you could say that it's common or household for a lot of people who don't watch the sport.
Maybe like 25% of people would know who LeBron is.
So we said when I was younger, I spent time with friends and family. Oh, sorry, I went away from the screen. Spent time with friends and family that all participated in the Olympics back in the late 80s and early 90s. In my situation, these athletes worked at the facilities where they trained, specifically private country clubs with these big Olympic-sized pools. They said they're swimmers and they were swimmers and water polo players. So I guess not only were they training there, but they also gave them jobs working at these clubs.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they made some money. And then I love it. Somebody got your 3-word. I see it a couple times. Ice, ice. I was like, I knew they were yelling at their speakers. And then we have a suggestion here. 3-word Wednesday. Giggle, singer, Nashville.
Sarah B.
Yeah, an S from Sarah B. And then somebody says, sorry to bother. I'm just tuning in. Didn't hear the prize today. Yes, it is Janet Jackson with Nelly, and that is going to be tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. 11:45 is when we're going to be doing our giveaway.
Excellent.
You guys got it. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Summer flings. Are you up for it or what? And if you ever had one, how did it work out? Was it good, bad, or what? Let us know about that. Anything else you want to bring to the table, you can. Social media went crazy last night when the All-Stars came out, and they got busted up for those uniforms that were horrendous.
I haven't seen them.
Oh, they're bad.
Are they?
Don't look them up.
Well, now I have to.
You want to stab yourself in the eye.
Now I have to look it up.
They are ugly.
Yeah, I used to love years the tradition they get away from where everybody wore their own uniforms. I thought it was cool. You could see guys representing.
Was this the first year?
No, they've done it before. They have done it, but this year was terrible. I mean, they look like they were playing softball in the park. They just were so bad in the color schemes and the tan, and it looked terrible.
Yeah, they were. Well, one was sort of blue to be more traditional for the National League, and the other one was supposed to be a reddish color. It looked more pink than it did red for the American League. And oh god, but just the font, the style of it, it looked like something from like 1910.
Yeah, it did. It looked like something
it was a throwback combination.
All right, I gotta look at it.
It looked like a softball teams to me. That's what it looked like. Like in a local town.
And amateurish.
Yeah.
Very amateurish.
Yeah,
it did not look professional at all.
Who approved that?
But again, I think, and that was the initial reaction that I saw as well from people is that, hey, bring it back. We like the fact that, the guys wear their own, so you got a Yankee next to an Oriole, next to a, whatever, and a Met next to a Phillies or something. And then what, didn't they have different hats for American League, National League? Is that the one thing that was different between the two?
Not really.
I'm trying to remember the way it was.
They used to wear your hat with the logo of the All-Star team on the side.
Oh, okay. So is that it?
That's what it used to be. Okay. But it was cool. Like, you would see a couple Yankees or A's, and then you knew, hey, that team really represented. If you weren't a big fan last night, most people didn't know who the hell the guys were.
Yeah, who's who, unless you could, say, I saw a picture, and I know what Aaron Judge looks like, and he's so big anyway. I mean, you can't miss the guy. He's like friggin' Jack, the Beanstalk.
But it was just... It wasn't like the old school where everybody wore their own things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You think back when Rose and them played, it was Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench. You know what I mean? The Yankees had Reggie, Thurman, and whatever era you wanted to go. A couple of years ago with the Yankees with Jeter and them and Pettit and stuff. But I looked at it when I turned, you didn't even know who. And my buddy was with me. He goes, I don't know who anybody is.
And that didn't seem like the mix of all the uniforms at one time, right? On the field at one time. I think that was they kind of lost that where now everybody's the same, and it just I don't know. And didn't look good at all.
Yeah, the Phillies had 3 starters, I believe, in the infield, or 4 overall, and nobody knew who the hell they were.
You can't tell. Yeah,
you didn't even know.
You don't know your guys out there.
Yeah, they wore their logo of their hat on the hat. Like the LA or Philly, but it was so mixed in, you can't even tell.
It's the same color as either the red or the blue, right? So it just blended right in. You couldn't really see who they were. Yeah.
It looked terrible.
Speaking of uniforms, did you see that there's going to be history made? There's a Kenyan distance runner, named Helen Obiri, I believe, who's going to make history during the Olympics by wearing these innovative spray-on sneakers that were developed by a Swiss sportswear company. Just on the Cloud Boom Strike LS is what they're called. And this was created by using a light spray technology. It involves a robotic process that sprays the thermoplastic polyurethane to form the shoe's upper part in just 3 minutes. So they say this method eliminates the need for traditional stitching and glue, significantly reducing production time and the carbon footprint. Say despite initial skepticism, they have tested it, including her, Helen, and the shoes in practice and won the Boston Marathon wearing them, solidifying her confidence in this new technology.
Wow. Spray-on
sneakers. Spray-on sneakers.
And you just rip it off
Yes, I got to look at a picture of those too. Yep, very interesting.
So you're not running barefoot? You get the sneakers on, you spray it on. Wow. Man, I wonder how comfortable that is, and how safe.
Well, I'm guessing comfortable enough to run a marathon, and she won it.
Well, so stick it, Greek. Pretty comfortable.
And she says she's going to wear them in the Olympics and making history wearing them.
Oh, wow. That's unique. 877-927-6969. I wonder if the sneaker companies are happy or bad about that. Let us know if you guys ever had a summer fling and how it worked out. Did the summer fling turn into a fall classic? Ooh, I like that. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. 11:45, your chance to win Janet Jackson. A new game today that is very intriguing. You're going to have to use your mind, so I'm going to sit out. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Jeff says, Sean, you need to stop. You have no idea what you're talking about. Are you a child therapist? No, I don't think so. Jeff, shut up. What I'm talking about...
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Let's see what's up with traffic. on Real Radio.
Looking good this morning along your expressways. 95, the turnpike accident-free, flowing freely as well. We do have road work here, Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive. That'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes. He's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted. Being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
This July 26th through 28th, get ready for an event that will inspire and empower Christians across America. The Believers Summit is coming to West Palm Beach, Florida. This summit is more than just a gathering. It's a mission to stand courageously for truth, embracing a here I am spirit of readiness and obedience to God's call. Join an inspiring lineup of speakers including Charlie Kirk, Jensen Franklin, Ali Stuckey, Eric Metaxas, Sage Steele, and many more. Register now for 25% off using code WPBLOCAL at tpusafaith.com/believers.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partnered with Beacon. With their unique Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through September 15th, purchase GAF through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melts, cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm John Morgan. When people stop me to ask, what's my case worth, here's what I tell them. All law firms are not the same at all. You see, the most important part of anyone's injury case is the firm you hire. The insurance company knows exactly which firms fight for full value and which firms will settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Our firm has recovered billions and billions and billions. $3 billion last year alone. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain with iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. The U.S. women's national soccer team took 26 shots and held 80% of the possession against Costa Rica in their final friendly before the Olympics, but couldn't find the back of the net and had to settle for a 0-0 draw in D.C. last night. They'll hope to find the magic touch by the time they open up Olympic play against Zambia on July 25th. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
With the Venture Card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2x miles on every purchase. Plus, earn unlimited 5x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Almost here. Team USA is headed to Paris, and iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of the games, plus NBC's top Olympic moments and live hourly updates from Paris. Bring the Summer Games with you everywhere you go. Download the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. Only on iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. We got a big giveaway at 11:45. Randy's the best. Janet Jackson, and it's a new game. I can't play because I don't think I can come up with it, but you guys can.
Yes, you can.
It's tough. First one, I swung and missed hardly. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hey.
It's time for a Greek Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
This is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Chewing gum. Get into a pool. Chiefs winning the Super Bowl again. Happened twice in a row. We told you last year, bank on them. They're going to win it again. They got the training camp yesterday. Rookies are there. Mahomes also said he's having his third child, and that's it. The station is going to be closed. Andy Reid was there. They're excited. They're trying to be the first team ever in the Super Bowl era. So that goes back to 66 when the first Super Bowl was the Packers and the Chiefs. We'll see what happens. They are 6-1 favorites along with the Niners. I do think the Chiefs can repeat as long as Mahomes stays healthy. So it should be very interesting. Baseball last night, All-Star, Summer Classic, American League won 5-3. Durant hit a home run, first one ever for him in an All-Star game, first appearance. Hats off to that kid. He must have been sky high last night. I can only imagine. Tiger Woods was speaking yesterday. He's in preparation in Scotland for a golf tournament, but he said he was very upset on the attempt on President Trump's life. He said he was so upset he couldn't sleep, and he was up all night and really hasn't practiced since. He's glad to hear, obviously, President Trump's okay. President Trump and him are very good friends, but he said it affected him tremendously and was really took him off his game. And that is your Greeks Trifecta for lunchtime and moi. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We got our buddy Manny checking with us. Hey, Manny, what's going on, bud?
my God, is that the Greek?
Oh, my God, is that Manny? What's up, Manny, little bitch?
Oh, I'm so shy.
You so what, psyched?
Yeah, psyched, yeah. How's it going, guys? Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. You're working outside. If you are, I hope you're drinking a lot of water because we worry about you in this heat. I was thinking about you this morning when I was shaving.
Thanks.
I know I was getting
I
a better
drink
here.
a lot of water. Definitely. I got to stay hydrated. You know what? I eat a lot of tangerines during the day.
Oh, those are very healthy for you, Manny. That's very good. Where'd you read about that, buddy?
I didn't read. I just like them.
Okay, good. Tangerines are healthy for you, and they keep you energized.
You know what? Also, I eat an apple and a peach a day. So I eat like...
You eat a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
You're a little...
No, it's because...
You're a Fruit Loop.
I like it. It kind of gives me energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's real or it's just, like in my head, but...
It's got natural sugars. It gives you a little pump in it. Yeah.
Sure. Pump it.
Little pump.
I'm going to pump you up.
High antioxidants, all kinds of stuff.
I am
Packed
a
with
little
nutrients. You're doing good, kid.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by your diet. I would think lunchtime you lay by a tree and eat Doritos and drink beer, but I'm pretty impressed.
I mean, that's what I do. That's lunchtime, though. While I'm working, it's different.
You are the best. You really are. You're one of my idols. I got to be honest with you. No, not really, but I'm trying to make you feel good.
Hey, and don't ever say Manny and Little Pump in the same sentence, please.
How about Big Pump?
There you go.
How about Manny? Just Manny. You're a star. Just say your name and it rocks.
Yeah, thanks. When I was young, sometimes in the summer, if I didn't have any All-Stars or anything to do, my mom would let me go to Mexico with my family that lived in Miami. They would drive out there every summer. And it just seemed like there were other kids from the United States that would go from other states or from, sometimes it'd be a cousin, But like my brother said, if we don't have any pictures of them at the house, it doesn't count. And we would have little flings with them.
You would have flings with them?
Well, not with the cousins, but we.
I hope not.
Little fling in the summertime.
I hope you weren't banging your cousins.
I didn't know she was my cousin the first time.
The first time.
How about the second time?
What gave it away?
Did you text me yesterday? Was that you, Manny?
No.
On the text line? Because somebody texted, I didn't read about it, about how they had one summer where they met one of their cousins, second cousin, first cousin. They banged the whole summer, and then they went back home to Florida. I was like, okay.
Sure that was you, Manny?
Are you sure?
Sounds like you, Manny.
Because this sounds very familiar.
So if you didn't see a picture of them, let me get this straight. If you didn't see a picture of them on your wall in your house, it was okay to bang them? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what my brother said one summer. Because he asked me for a condom. I told him, no, I don't know what those are.
No.
I don't like ketchup. Why are you asking me about it? I never put ketchup on my steak.
I said, she doesn't. She's our family. She's our cousin. He's like, well, we don't have a picture of them at the house. I said, damn, you're right, Michael. Oh, I'm going to say
Since we don't have a picture, she's not family. That is such a weird mindset.
Wow.
Such a weird mindset.
So when you walked in your house, I'm trying to picture this. Did you have a picture of every relative that you ever had?
No pun intended.
just the ones we're not supposed to bang.
I mean, again, if it works for you and you got a piece of ass, I mean, you're comfortable with it, rock and roll.
It's practice, like my dad used to tell us.
So it's practice if you're banging your cousins?
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Manny, you are crazy.
All right, we're going Brazilian.
So if you bang your cousins, I'm trying to get this gin clear. Let me just process this. It's okay because it's practice.
It's a show, Greek. It's a show. Manny's participating in the show.
I've used that with girls. Like I've said, hey, why don't we just practice? You don't like me, I don't like you, but it's always good to stay in shape. You know what I mean? It works like that sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I'll use that the next time.
It's not bad. Say, look, I really don't like you. You don't really like me, but it's like a lawnmower. Every once in a while, you got to give it a run. So you keep it, nice and tight.
Like you said, Walmart?
Like a lawnmower. Listen.
Jeez.
Yeah, don't you hate it when people don't listen?
God.
Well, it's two different things. There's not listening and not paying attention. There's
not interested.
And not interested.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm 3, without a doubt. I'm working on it, but I'm not good at it.
It's about progress, not perfection.
I guess. Whatever. I mean, it's your life. You're very successful. You're very happy. You're very pretty. So you got everything going for you.
I check off all the marks, right?
You do. You check out all the marks. You do. You're, and you know what it is? You're a good person. You're the kind of person, if somebody had a flat 3 a.m, they call you, and I think you would get up and go help them. You're a quality individual.
Yeah, right. No,
So if Manny gets a flat and he calls himself, he's going to go out and help him?
That's what I think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I hate that guy. I'm not picking up.
That caller ID sucks. Remember years ago you didn't have it? You just pick up and it's somebody you don't want to talk to. You're like, oh, God. But now you got the caller ID so you can just like dip it down.
Now we ignore it and we know who it is.
That's true. Right, Jimmy, you're right. We know it is and we still ignore it. Worst thing to do to somebody, and people do it all the time, is say like Jimmy calls Francis. Or let's make it more realistic. I call Francis and she doesn't answer. And then Jimmy calls her, and he's sitting right next to me, and she goes, hello? Like, you feel so low. And that's how it would work out. Like, I'd call her like 30 times. She wouldn't answer. Jimmy called her once. She'd be like, hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy?
I've seen that happen. They'd be like, I bet you she'll answer if I call.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
People do that a lot.
Yep.
And I don't like playing that game to people because you hurt somebody's feelings.
Bet you could bet on it.
You can. Oh, yeah. $20, he answers my call. Manny, you're so good. I mean, there should be 2 of you, but thank God there's only 1.
Thank God. Well, yeah, same. I can say the same about you.
I definitely disagree. I think there should be more of me, but what are you going to do? Maybe 1 in California would be good.
Yeah, as far as possible from here. Maybe like,
I'm still here, you Nimrod.
The phone's still on.
Hello?
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 Oh, my God.
This thing on?
All right. We're going to let you go because we got a giveaway. Let us know the next time you're working. We'll come by and see you.
Control.
Janet Jackson.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that one.
There you go. All right. Well, Greek said it. He queued it up, and that is your cue to call. Give us a call right now. 877-927-6969. You want to go see Janet Jackson with special guest Nelly? This Thursday, this tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater, we've got a new game for you. It's called 3-Word Wednesday. I'm going to give you 3 words as a clue, and you have to tell me what the main word is. And I'll give you another example. Cottage, Swiss, cake. What word would go with cottage, Swiss, and cake? Franny?
Pick me. Cheese.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. And that's a winner. That's how you play 3-Word Wednesday. I see the phone lines are blowing up. I'll get some people lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
Today at 12:05, we're getting a special call-in from our good friends Stephanie and Mike to talk about a big event they're going to have up in the Treasure Coast for the veterans. So we'll give you guys some more information about that. That's going to be at 5 after 12 today, where you guys can help the veterans, and they do a great job at a lot of different events. They run some marathons. This is a boating event and a tournament. And again, we got to always help our veterans because God bless them, the men and women. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. So they're going to call us today about 5 after 12. Right now is your opportunity to win tickets to Janet Jackson. JJ in the house with Nelly. Franny, you said you might want to go to that concert, right?
I would love to see her. I don't know if that's going to happen in my cards just with all the things I have going on tomorrow after work, but I would absolutely love to see Janet Jackson. I mean, seeing her years ago was a memory that I will never forget in a show, but she's just such a great entertainer. I've seen, Nelly has been Sunfest a few times. So he was even just this past one, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. So I've gotten to see him. He's a fun show too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great night.
I'm sure.
I thought you wanted to go.
I did, but I have an event in Fort Lauderdale Thursday night.
Yeah, but I mean, she is just, I guarantee everything. You'll be like, yep, know that song. Yep, I know that song. That one. I mean, she's got so many hits.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her. I wouldn't be, maybe I'll get dinner with her before, but I can't stay for the show. So I got to go. I got a big event in Fort Lauderdale, but I could definitely hang out with you before the show. We'll get a steak at New York Prime. Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready, and we're going to start today's contest with Patrick. Patrick, welcome to the Penthouse. How are you today?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Doing great. Are you a fan of Janet Jackson?
I love her.
All right. Well, if you love her.
Top 5 open.
Well, put your thinking cap on. This is, you're ready to go.
Let's see if we can get you set up here with a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. Special guest Nelly. Now, this is the game, Patrick. We're playing 3-Word Wednesday. I'm going to read you 3 words, and you have to tell us the word that would be associated with it. Franny, could I have your help and keep an eye, and we'll give Patrick, what do you say, 5 seconds or 10?
Yeah, hold on. I got myself. I can...
Got a timer?
Yeah.
What do we want to do, 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
All right, we'll do 10 seconds, Patrick. Let us know what word would go with these 3 words, okay? You ready?
Hold on. And I'm ready. I don't have the clock.
I can do 10 seconds.
Okay, because you have the clock in front of you. I don't.
I have it, Jimmy.
All right.
All right.
All right, are you ready, Patrick?
I'm good, yeah.
All right, here are your 3 words. Loser, throat, and spot. Loser, throat, and spot. What word goes with loser, throat, and spot? 10 seconds, Greek.
It's done.
No. 10 seconds now.
Okay, good.
I'm kind of stumped on this one.
That's
I
it.
have no idea.
I know.
All right,
That one's
sorry
tough.
about that.
Tough.
Patrick, we will move on to Keith. Keith, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Good, how are you guys?
All right, we are doing very well. You want to go see Janet?
Absolutely.
All right, let's see if we can get you set up. She's at I Think Financial Amphitheater tomorrow night with special guest Nelly. We're playing 3-Word Wednesday, Keith. I'm going to give you 3 words. You got to tell us what goes with those 3 words. Okay, bud?
Okay.
All right. You ready, Greek?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your words are, we'll start the clock after I get done reading, show, life, and row. Show, life, and row. What word goes with show, life, and row? Timer.
Yep.
Show.
That's it.
All right. Sorry about that, Keith.
Stumping them.
Stumping them today. All right. Next up, we got Rob on the line. Rob, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
We're doing awesome.
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. You big fan of Janet?
Say that again? Oh, big fan.
All right. Let's get you set up here with a pair of tickets to go see her tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. It's 3-Word Wednesday, Rob. I'm going to give you 3 words, and you got to tell us what word goes with it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here are your 3 words. Night, wrist, and stop. Night, wrist, and stop. What word would go with night, wrist, and stop?
Timer starts now.
Clock.
Ooh, pretty close, but I'm sorry. That's not the correct answer. Next up, we've got Bobby on the line. Bobby, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, bud?
Pretty good.
Bobby, you spelling that with 3 B's?
Yes, sir.
All right. Nice. Pretty normal way of doing it, too. Good job, Bobby. All right, let's see if we can get you set up with a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. It's 3-Word Wednesday. I'm going to read you 3 words, Bobby. Just tell us what word goes with them, okay?
Okay.
All right, here are your 3 words. Duck, fold, dollar. Duck, fold, dollar. What word goes with duck, fold, and dollar?
Fold, dollar. Paper? I don't know.
Ooh, all right, but it's not the right word, but you're pretty close there. Sorry about that, though. Next up, we've got another Rob on the line. Rob, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Rob?
All right, maybe.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. What's going on, Rob? How are you, bud?
Hi, I'm good.
All right. We're playing 3-Word Wednesday for a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. I'm going to read you 3 words, Rob. You just got to let us know what word goes with these 3 words. All right, buddy?
Yes.
All right. Here is your 3 words. Fountain, baking, pop. Fountain, baking, pop. What word goes with fountain, baking, and pop?
Time starts now.
That's it.
Got anything?
You with us?
Nope, nothing.
No.
That was the only one. That's the only one I got so far.
Did you really?
I'm like, I know it. We have somebody on the text line who I think is getting every single one of these. Call in.
Yeah, call
They're
in
like
to win.
answering, yes. And I'm like,
Wow.
and when I see the answers, I was like, oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Could very well be. All right. Next up, we have, what's your name? You are on the air.
I think I hung up.
Try that
No, it's
again.
down.
What's your name? You're on the air.
Brandon?
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 All right, Brandon. Brandon, we are going to play 3-Word Wednesday for a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater. I'm going to read you 3 words. You got to tell us the word that goes with them, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is line 2. We'll mark this down. All right, here are your 3 words. Cracker, fly, fighter. Cracker, fly, fighter. What word goes with cracker, fly, and fighter?
Time starts now.
Air.
Ooh, all right. Well, it's not it, but it is fairly close. Sorry about that. Next up, we have, what's your name? You're on the air. Hello? You're on the air. Hello? All right, we'll try this line. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name?
Cliff.
Cliff. All right. You want to play a little 3-Word Wednesday for what's that, buddy?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's get you set up here with 3 words for a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson. Here are your 3 words. Cane, daddy, and plum. Cane, daddy, and plum. What word goes with cane, daddy, and plum?
Cane, daddy, and plum. These aren't easy.
No, they're not. That's it.
Time's up. This one's actually easy. I got this one too.
Got that one too?
Yes.
All right. Well, sorry about that. All right. Hello. What's your name? You're on the air. Hello. What's your name? You're on the air.
It's me, Robert.
Hello, Robert. How are you today, buddy?
Trying to be better than everybody else.
Well, so far you're ahead of him. You didn't lose you.
If you've been getting these right so far, hopefully you'll get this next round.
All right, here we go. I got another round for you here of 3-Word Wednesday for Janet Jackson tickets. She's going to be at, I Think, Financial Amphitheater tomorrow night. Your 3 words are fish, mine, and rush. Fish, mine,
you don't know?
And rush. What word goes with fish, mine, and rush?
Timer starts now.
Nope, I got nothing.
Oh,
nope.
man.
Nope, not on that one. Okay.
These are very hard.
I got that one too.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have...
So far, I think I've gotten 3 out of 10.
It's better than 0 out of 10.
What's your name? You're on the air.
This is Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
All right.
We salute you.
Bruce, let's see if we can get you set up with these tickets. I'm going to read you 3 words. You just got to tell us what word goes with them. We have, your words are measure, worm, video. Measure, worm, video. What word goes with measure, worm, and video?
Can we make a deal?
Gotta give us the answer.
Can we do Foreigners tickets instead of Janet Jackson? It's stickworm.
No.
Oh, no, it's not, but Pretty close.
And no deals here. Okay? The tickets are Janet Jackson.
Yeah. And the answer was incorrect. So
We set the rules. We're like organized crime.
Next up, we have, what's your name? You're on the air. Hello, you are on the air.
Hello.
All right, next up.
Oh, we got
Hello.
her. We got her.
Hello, you are on the air. What's your name, please? Hello?
All right,
It's like they're calling us.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Try line 1. What's your name, please?
Another Rob.
Another Rob?
Wow, that's too many Robs in one day. 3.
Can't have this many Robs. All right, sorry about that. No, kidding. Rob, let's see if we can get you set up with these tickets. We're playing 3-Word Wednesday. I'm going to
Can we strike a deal here? If Rob doesn't get it and I do, I get to go to Janet Jackson?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. I got 3 words for you, Rob. Just let us know what word goes with these 3 words. Let's see. They even label them easy and hard, so I will go with this one. How about this one? How about these 3 words? Fur, rack, and tail. Fur, rack, and tail. What word goes with fur, rack, and tail?
Blanket.
Sorry about that.
I know.
You know? Brady knows.
I know.
All right.
Blanket and rack?
Fur, rack, and tail.
Okay.
So, I mean, OMG, I got 8 in a row, but I have no interest in the prize today. And we have people who are answering on the text line. I mean, so they know the
people
answer.
know. All right. Next up, we have what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel. All right, Daniel. Let's see if we can get you set up with 3-Word Wednesday, a pair of tickets to go see Janet Jackson. I've got 3 words. Just let us know what word goes with these 3 words, and here is yours. How about flower, friend, and scout? Flower, friend, and scout. What word goes with flower, friend, and scout?
Your destination will be on the right.
Boy Scout.
Close. Very close. Sorry about that. We're up against a break, so we want to go to break, and then we'll pick this up after the interview.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Janet Jackson's still on the table with Nelly. Pay attention. There are 3 words, and then you got to put them all together. They gave a great example earlier in the show, and that's how it flows. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe it. Woo!
Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Broken down cars slowing us down Turnpike North. This is on the ramp to Lake Worth Road. Left lane of that off-ramp is blocked. 95 looks good. We're up to speed and accident-free. Make sure you slow down for bicycles on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Hayes the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
This is Sheriff Rick Bradshaw with an important message. Hurricane season is here again.
and I urge everyone to stay vigilant. Pay close attention to local weather updates and ensure your hurricane kits are prepared with the essentials that you need, like water, food, and medications. Remember, your safety is our priority, but let's stay safe together.
When the going gets tough, the tough get Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty, because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Yikes! It's like a sauna in here. Isn't your garage supposed to keep your car protected from the summer heat so it's nice when you get in? This is like a giant brick oven with your car parked right where the pizza should be. If the point of a garage is to keep your car clean and comfortable all year round, how do you expect this leaky old tinfoil door to stand up to all that heat? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Garage doors should be insulated. If you love the door you have, we can add custom insulation to your existing bare metal panels. And if you're not so in love with the door you've got, we'll help you find a gorgeous new door with internally insulated panels to keep your garage cool and clean all summer long. And warm and clean all winter. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Tell you what, we'll bring you a pizza.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melt cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny. As we move through the remainder of our Wednesday, it's a hot one for us too. Temperatures in the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits when you factor in the humidity. 1 or 2 inland isolated showers or storms will be possible. The majority of us are dry for the rest of the day. We stay near 90 for the rest of the week. Rain chances increase for us late this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need a quick oil change? Hi, I'm Keaton. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can stay in your car for a quality oil change in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. We make it easy. Drive in, drive out, drive happy. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims. And in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Cannot make it to Janet Jackson tomorrow, but as soon as you guys hear the first word, start thinking about a word that goes before or after it. There's my advice there. Before and after that first word Jimmy says. Come on, people, let's go. I've got like 9 of these already.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yeah, Jeremy, Mr. Smart Guy there, telling everybody he got 9. Those are hard, man. I love when people say that. Oh, I knew that. Then why don't you call up and win the tickets and sell them? Do something. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey.
Great game, by the way, Jimmy. Very interesting, very intriguing, and it's tough. I mean, it's really not that easy. The first one we used, for example, that one I got. Like with the, prostitution, boca, and cigars, I got that. But besides that, they're tough.
It was you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. If you like the way we sound, you'll love the way I look. On our Jason Weiser, go to our Real Radio and check us out, and you'll see it. Whatever.
Me biting my tongue.
It's a show. Are we taking our call, or are we doing a content?
We have our friends calling up about the Bonita Blast. Would you like to speak to, I believe it's a Mike and Stephanie.
Yeah.
So let me patch them in because they're both on together. So we got Mike on the line. Hey, Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
Good. How you doing? Great.
I'm doing real good. Thanks for calling in. Hi to you and Stephanie. And I know you guys are doing another great event. So why don't you tell the audience what you guys got going on and how they can get involved?
Well, thanks again for having us on. It's just great to be here. And then thanks to your listeners, too, for all their support. But, we got the Bonita Blast coming up next weekend. So the 26th is a captain's meeting at Pirates Cove Resort up in Stewart. And then on the 27th, we have our tournament, Bonita Blast and KDW fishing tournament. And we love taking vets out. You know, the community, the boat owners and boat captains, they invite veterans to come out on their boats and go fishing for bonita, kingfish, dolphin, wahoo, whatever's biting, maybe some tuna out there. So, it's just a great way to support our local veterans, and also, some of the troops that have just recently come back from Europe, up in Poland and other places in the Middle East. We still got a lot of people, a lot of vets, a lot of military members deployed overseas. So, it's just a great way, the way the community can come together and support our veterans and our military members here in our local area.
Well, we appreciate everything you guys do. You do such a great job in all your events for the veterans, and I think it's just fantastic what you do, and I'm sure everybody that gets involved, it's a very rewarding and a good time.
It is, and all the money that we get from the proceeds from this event actually goes to help support our 2 programs. One is homelessness prevention here in the whole state of Florida, and also our critical dental assistance program. And we have 15 to 20 veterans that come to us every single day needing help. And but we're changing lives with that program because you have to be 85. You have to have an 85% disability rating I'm sorry, 100% disability rating or have sustained an oral injury. And 85% of veterans do not qualify for VA dental benefits. So we're stepping in. We're helping out those veterans, those wounded and disabled veterans that need dental care, because a lot of them haven't had dental care in many, many, many years. So it's 100% free to veterans. And, if your listeners want to learn more about it, they can go to our website, wvrf.org.
Now, this event you got coming up in a couple of weeks with the fishing, can anybody, and I got a question by somebody, that's why I'm asking, can you just show up? Do you have to have a boat? Like, if you want to show up, will you guys put them on another boat to go out and fish?
So yeah, you can go ahead and you can register, and you can. I mean, it's open to anybody. It really is. You don't have to bring veterans out on your boat. It's open to anybody here in Palm Beach County. Again, we'll have a weigh station in Jupiter and also in Stewart at the Port St. Lucie inlet there. So we have 2 weigh stations for you.
But you do have to. But I think what Greek's asking is, you do have to have a boat or access to a boat, because this is a fishing tournament. You can go to the event and donate and hang out, and whatever it is. But yes, you do have to be on a boat in order to compete.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I could interject again. Hi guys, it's Stephanie.
Hey Stephanie.
Hey Steph.
Hi, great to be back with you guys. Thanks again for having us on. You guys have always been such great supporters. Greek, Jimmy, Franny, love you guys so much, and love your listeners. Love when they come out and say that they heard about us on your show, because it really just, means so much to us that you guys actually give us this platform so that we can get the word out, because that's the most important thing. And absolutely, you don't have to even get on a boat to come have fun with us. Again, our captain's meeting is that Friday, July 26th. Registration and sign-in for the captains is 4:30, but, around 7, that's when, we start the fun. We get to have a live auction, come have some drinks. We are hosting again. And again, this is the 12th annual Treasure Coast Bonita Blast. We are at Pirates Cove at Marina and Resort. I'll be staying there that night because I plan on having a great time. But if you want to come, you can meet our team, meet our veterans. If you've been looking for an organization to either sponsor or see what we do or see how you can help, come on Friday. Like that, you don't have to even, 7 a.m. is when the boats are going to be in and the lines are out on Saturday for the fishers. So if you want to come, just check out one of our events, see what we do. Come on Friday, come say hi. Obviously, if you register by tomorrow, so the registration is $200 currently. That's for a captain and 4 anglers. You get $50 off if you register by tomorrow. Anything after tomorrow, July 18th, it's $250. But again, you're supporting an amazing organization, the Wounded Veterans Relief Fund. We're supporting Florida veterans with urgent relief and services. So this is your neighbors. This is your coworkers. We're helping them directly. Come say hi. There's awesome. You could win $2,000 if you get the largest bonito. It's an awesome, fun time. Even if you want to come, just look at the water, watch the boats come in, watch the weighing going on. Again, we have Tiki 52 and Pirates Cove Marina, which are the weigh stations. So if you want to just come there and just see the action, meet our team, meet the people, meet some veterans, there's so many amazing people that come to these events. So it's just a good time all around.
And I've also read here you've already raised $300,000 for Wounded Veterans Relief Fund, which is an absolutely incredible feat that you guys have done. WVRF.org. WVRF.org. Even if you're not going to go out for the Bonita Blast and be in the tournament, you could also go there, make yourself a small donation, help these people out. Over 85% of their funds go directly to the Veterans Assistance Program. We can't thank you guys enough. You're doing such a wonderful job.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you
they
again
can
for
also
all.
check out our
Stephanie.
Instagram.
You guys, anytime you want to call in about an event, you're always welcome on Real Radio. We appreciate what you do for the veterans, and much success with this next big event.
Awesome. Thank you both. Thank you all.
All right. Have a great afternoon. If you want to give us a call next week again to hit it one more time, love to have you guys both on. Have a great afternoon, and thanks again for what you do for the veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
You're the best. All right, Jimmy, now are we going back to the contest?
Sure, yes. We have a couple of people lined up. If you want to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night at I Think Financial Amphitheater, give us a call right now, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. We do have a couple of people already lined up here. We have Joe. He was up next to try to win tickets to go see Janet Jackson. Joe, how you doing today, bud?
Good. How are you?
All right, doing pretty well. Let's see if we can get you set up with these tickets. Let's see. I've got 3 right here. All right. So we're playing 3-Word Wednesday for these tickets to go see Janet Jackson tomorrow night. I'm going to read you these 3 words. You just let us know what word goes with them. Our caller, Jeremy, he did give a little bit of a hint. I guess that's one way, you look at it that way. Pretty much the word that goes with these 3 would go in front or behind the words that I give you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here are your 3 words. Dust, cereal, fish. Dust, cereal, fish. What word goes with dust, cereal, and fish?
Bowl.
Nice.
There you go.
Job.
That's how you do it right there. We'll scratch that one off the list. Nice job, Joe. I'm going to put you on hold, if you would.
Even Greek's still confused about that one. He's still trying to put it together.
I can't put the game together.
Dust bowl, fish bowl, cereal bowl, bowl. Oh, bowl.
There you go.
Dust Bowl? I never heard of a Dust Bowl.
Nice job, Joe. I'm going to put you on hold. If you can hang tight for a couple minutes, we're going to go to break at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to get back on the line with you off air, and we'll get you set up with those tickets. Okay, buddy?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Great job.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Congratulations.
Right there.
He came out fast and hard.
He did.
Right away.
He
knew.
did.
Nice.
Good job, Jimmy. Great game. And very, very intriguing. I think you did about 14, I counted. Seemed like. And I didn't get one right. So don't ask me for the answers. That's for damn sure. So Caitlin Clark's boyfriend, who...
Do you guys want to do a little bit of fun facts first?
Oh, I forgot.
Sorry,
that.
I just had some ready.
No, I wrote it down. I apologize to you.
Yep. No, we're a little bit out of order
all
with
right.
our game running over time
Yeah.
and everything. So let's get back over here and get some fun facts. All right.
These will be quickies so we can get into Caitlin Clark's situation from G-Man. But today is holiday. We got some good ones going on, including National Hot Dog Day. What do you like on your dog? It's National Peach Ice Cream Day. And what we're going to talk about, National Tattoo Day. So I have some interesting facts about tattoos. They have here that the earliest discovery of tattoos goes back to 3200 BC. The mummified body of a man named Otzi, the Iceman, was found back in 1991. His body stayed intact in the ice for a long time, which made him into a natural body mummy. His body was dated back, they say, 3370 and around 3100 BC during that time. But he did have tattoos on him.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
no regrets.
No regrets. How'd you know? 61 tattoos all over his body.
Wow. Now, being National Tattoo Day, are there a lot of tattoo places that have big deals and stuff like that?
You don't know.
Okay.
According to a new poll, and I'm not surprised, I think we've mentioned this before, women get more tattoos than men, especially here in the United States. They said that the perception of body art, typically you go with men, but when this poll, 59% of women have body tattoos compared to men, with only 41% of them being tattooed.
Wow, I knew it really kind of took over on the female gender. I didn't realize it surpassed men, though.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
The inspiration for the first electric tattoo machine came from Thomas Edison's invention, the electric pen. Just taking a small glance at his invention, you'll be able to identify a lot of similarities between the tattoo machine and his electric pen.
An electric pen?
Yes, I know. I don't know. Look it up. They said back in the day, Russian and English royals had tattoos. Yes, tattoos were seen as a symbol of status. The change, you're like, well, why? It all changed the moment when tattoos became accessible to the normal people because it started to be seen as vulgar. Even the church started pressuring when it came to tattoos. So it was prohibited after the fact to get tattooed because all the normies were getting tattoos. The royals like, we can't do that anymore. They said women are more likely not only to have more tattoos, but also to get tattoo removal more so than men.
Oh,
they say the main causes, embarrassment, low body self-esteem, job or career, and they also claim here problems with clothes, whatever that means. Maybe it just doesn't cover up the ones that they have, that their clothing doesn't.
I thought one of them was going to be changing partners. Maybe they got the name of a guy.
Yeah,
but I mean, it could be. They said, but those are the more common ones.
Okay. I wonder who does that more. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Tattoos. Men get a female's name tattooed on them more than a female gets a male's.
I've seen a lot of mom and dad over the years.
Yeah.
Kids. Yeah, even kids. Yeah.
Yeah, with the heart. And speaking of, the most used tattoo designs are hearts and angels. They said heart tattoos are often related to passion, obviously love, happiness, as you would have thought. Angel tattoos, on the other side, often have the following meaning: virtue, innocence, hope, and guidance, whether it's angel or angel wings. Those are the most used tattoo designs. There is a dude who is the most tattooed man, Gregory Paul McLaren. 99.99% of this dude's body is tattooed. He's also called, it's Paul McLaren, Gregory Paul McLaren, also called Lucky Diamond Rich. They said that he holds the Guinness World Record for having the most tattoos. I'm curious what that 0.01% of his body that's not tattooed is.
Bottom of his foot.
They said misspelled tattoos of celebrities. Yes, misspelled tattoos are not that rare. Even celebrities have misspelled tattoos on them. Ariana Grande. She didn't realize that her Japanese tattoo meant small barbecue grill. Not sure what she wanted it to mean.
Wow, that's
small barbecue grill.
Boy. Brianna has a tattoo, Rebelle Fleur, but it's grammatically incorrect in French, they said. Orlando Bloom tattooed his son's name in Morse code, but the Morse code does not read his son's name. It's wrong. Kevin Durant tattooed a Bible verse containing a misspelled word in it, too. They said there's a bunch more people who have it. Yeah. There are some countries where it's illegal. Forbidden in Afghanistan, United Arab Emirates, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. Where it is. Yep. They claim here there is an Iranian tattoo artist sentenced for tattooing because it is illegal to practice it. But they say no excuse for this well-known artist. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison, but continued following his risky passion right after his release.
He's lucky he's not dead.
I
Really?
agree.
I mean, you're lucky. Forget it.
But if it's illegal, I mean, you can,
She's doing it in his
but you get it.
underground tattooing.
How about the person who gets it, though? I mean,
I guess maybe it's illegal. Yeah, I don't know. You just get, I don't know. You
the
hide
evidence
it.
is right
You
there.
hide
You
it.
can't get rid of the evidence.
You hide it, I guess, with your clothing. But you know it's there. And then a couple more here. The quickest tattoo to heal, which I was surprised, the lip tat. It's one of the worst tattoos you can get. And yes, it really is a delicate area, and the tattoo will hurt like hell. They say, on the other hand, while normal tattoos need about a month or more to heal completely, lip tattoos only take 2 to 3 weeks. It's so weird because it's so wet in there. You know what I'm saying? It's the inside of the lip.
12,
right,
24.
I figured you were going to do that.
My email's already blown up.
I figured. The most expensive tattoo, $924,000. It was a back tattoo. Yep. They said it was a back tattoo, 2013. Project took about 8 hours. And it was made out of 612 half-carat diamonds. Wow. I got to see this sucker. Never have I ever. And then finally here, a job of tattoo artist is often seen as inconsistent or unreliable when it comes to income because it depends on a lot of factors, right? And the prices tend to vary depending on the size, design, chosen body art to tattoo. But they say finances are no worries for the tattoo artist. And you know why? Because he turned his tattooing into more things. Don Ed Hardy, his net worth is estimated at $250 million.
Wow.
He's now 77 years old and retired from tattooing some time ago.
Tell him to call me.
And there you go for some fun facts on a National Tattoo Day.
National Tattoo Day might be a nice day to give somebody a gift card to a tattoo place, or maybe yourself getting a tattoo. When I asked Francis, but maybe a lot of tattoo shops do have some specials that are going on today.
Possibly.
And you never know.
It could be.
Yeah. Again, it's good that they're getting recognized and that people are aware of it. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Janet Jackson and Nelly, we gave away tickets 2 times this week. Talk about an unbelievable concert. This is going to be a great concert tomorrow night. I mean, it could make me get out of my bunk beds. I mean, it is exciting. Not my racing car bed, my bunk beds. But I am excited about that. And great job by Jimmy today with a new contest. And you're definitely going to have your thinking cap on. I would have never went to see the concert because I think I went like 0 for 46. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We'll come back in a few minutes with a trifecta, and I'll get into Caitlin Clark's boyfriend finding out. Guess what? He's not a normal guy anymore. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Jeff says, Sean, you need to stop. You have no idea what you're talking about. Are you a child therapist? No, I don't think so. Jeff, shut up. What I'm talking about.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our
iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey, pool season fanatics, your summer persona is calling. It's time for sun-soaked party scenes at MGM Grand, new luxury cabanas at Bellagio, and sandy beach living at Mandalay Bay. Show off your poolside, only with MGM Rewards. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Travel times up to speed along our Palm Beach expressways. We're looking good on 95. We do have a broken down car, Turnpike North on the ramp to Lake Worth Road. Look out. Left lane of that off ramp is blocked. That's traffic on duty, Stuart.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Why sit at a dealership waiting for an oil change? At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we make it easy to drive in, stay in your car, relax, and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Always quick, never rushed. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Got a classic or collector car to sell? Hey, it's Franny, and I want to tell you about GMTVCC.com, the new buying division of Gimme the VIN, just for classic and collector cars. From your 69 Chevelle to your granddad's 1985 square body Chevy truck, their experienced pro buyers will appraise and offer real money on the spot. No need for consignments or auctions, and they especially love resto-mods. Get paid today if you're a classic or a collector at GMTVCC.com. That's GMTVCC.com. Brought to you by Gimme the VIN.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply. Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melt cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a hot one for us, too, with temperatures in the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits when you factor in the humidity. 1 or 2 inland isolated showers or storms will be possible, but the majority of us are dry for the rest of the day. We stay near 90 for the rest of the week. Rain chances increase for us late this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Janet Jackson, Nelly. Tomorrow night, we just gave tickets for the second time. It's going to be a great show and a new contest. Jimmy did a fantastic job coming up with that. I know you guys had your thinking caps on. It is very interesting. You gotta have some kind of a brain, and I was 0 for 12. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Last night was the baseball All-Star game. American League won 5-3. They've won 10 of the last 11 games. Big news last night was that the national anthem was good. That was a good thing. The uniforms sucked. And Durant hit a home run 3-run homer for the Boston Red Sox, and it was a big deal for him. First time he was in the All-Star game. He also won the MVP. The WNBA, their All-Star game's in Phoenix this Saturday night, and they are calling for the highest ratings they've ever had, and probably because the last 25 years, nobody even knew there was a WNBA All-Star game. But Caitlin Clark is going to be in there, and so is Reese playing. Both girls out of college, LSU, and, of course, Iowa, and they've had very good starts. Reese has got a record every night going for a double-double. Caitlin Clark, quickest one WNBA history to reach 400 points and I think 100 assists. I'm not sure about the assist amount, but she's doing very good also. So that should be interesting on Saturday night. Danny Hurley is the coach of UConn back-to-back, going for a triple-peat this year, and he's selling a book on his experience with the Lakers and when they tried to get him out of college basketball and lure him to L.A. for $70 million. But he said no. Really, his wife said no. She's the one who said no. And like they say, happy wife, happy life. So it wasn't going to happen. And this is exciting news. The Chiefs were in training camp yesterday. First time. Man, and they are ready. And they are trying to three-peat. That is the message. Will they three-peat? First team ever in the Super Bowl era to do that. Super Bowl started in 66. It was the Packers and the Chiefs, first one ever. And how ironic would it be if the Chiefs do it again? They want to see if they can. That's their goal, to three-peat. I think it's done. As long as Mahomes doesn't get hurt, they can put anybody at the receiver. They can put Kim Kardashian and Kevin Hart. No win. He is the man. But we'll see what happens. NFL season's about 51 days away, and everybody's very excited. And that is your Greeks and Trifecta. Peace. So Caitlin Clark's boyfriend is no longer just a regular guy. He was up to a couple weeks ago, or maybe about a month ago, but it is her boyfriend. He was at the Encore, which is next to the Wynn. A beautiful hotel. Francis has been there. I've been there. And they have great pool parties. And he was hanging out with a couple girls. And somebody sent the video, and he was, like, getting a little heat on social media because they felt he was flirting with the girls.
Oh, yeah, a little double dribble there?
Oh, nice, Jimmy. Nice. That was nice. But, again, he was just a regular guy 6 months ago. And, again, Caitlin Clark blew up, and they've been dating for a while. I know they just had an anniversary or a birthday or something. She put how much love she is with him and all this stuff. But he's probably like, my God, I can't even go out now. And it changes your life when you may not realize, like, oh, my God, how's it going to do it? And all of a sudden, she has to worry about this, too. I'm sure she called him and said, what are you doing? Not that he did anything wrong. He was just hanging out at the Encore, having some champagne with his friends on the champagne bar. Who was paying for that, she probably said. But he was relaxing, kicking back, but not realizing now there's people out there who know who he is, and he gets pumped.
It's on your tab, honey.
Yeah, that's what he probably said. Did you check your American Express? Now, suppose either one of you are in a situation like that. Would it be difficult for you if you were just a regular person and then the person you dated all of a sudden blew up to this level and then you were scrutinized? Would it be difficult for you?
I mean, I'm sure it's not easy for anybody to be under a microscope.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be difficult because I like my privacy.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes with it, right? I mean, it's like I don't blame anybody. It's certainly not her fault. It's not his fault. They didn't do anything wrong. She's just obviously a phenom that people really want to see, and then became instantly popular amongst Americans. So yeah, I mean, it's nobody's fault, but. Yeah, I wouldn't care for it, but it's, what are you going to do? You can't get mad at it.
Well, the media really pushed him, too, during the NCAA tournament. They showed him constantly in the stands because they liked the whole image of what she was representing, her and her boyfriend and all that stuff that goes with it. So that's why I think he started to get some notoriety and being out there, and then her post a lot of stuff. Then when she gets into the WNBA, obviously, you know what, it increases all the people that watch her and see her, pictures like that. So he has to realize now he's not a regular guy. So he can't just go out anymore like he used to. People are going to know who he is. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing anything outside the box, and even though for yourself, he didn't do anything wrong. He was at a party, champagne party at the Encore. I mean, who wouldn't love to do that? But when he did it, it sort of blew up on him, and people were saying he passed a little bit outside the lines. I mean, if she doesn't think so, then that's no big deal. Now, if he told her he was in Nebraska.
Is there any details on what he did? I mean, was he just speaking to other people and some of those people happened to be females? Or was he actually, a little flirty, a little maybe handsy that he shouldn't be? I mean, that's...
What I read was that he was at this event, and like I said, it's a pool party, and some of the champagne girls came over, and he was a little flirtatious with them. That's what people said. And again, he could have been just being nice to them. The big thing out of this story is that he's just not normal anymore, and he has to realize that. And hopefully he didn't tell Caitlin he was in Nebraska picking corn. Because she's like, where are you? And he's like, I'm just banging around the house. And then, then he's got that problem.
Sure.
So you got to realize, too, when you get to that level, now it changed. You're scrutinized, you're watched, people are looking. And there are people in our society, we talk about, they like to get you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wow. Yeah, so you got to watch that, too.
But that's the thing. Like, he's getting crap, and I know, I understand your point saying that people are going to notice him. Maybe not everybody, but I don't know who the guy is. He could walk right past me and be like, who's that?
We've been talking about him. We haven't said his name.
He's hanging out with, his name is Connor McCaffrey.
There you go.
And he's hanging out. It's not like it's like him and his buddies or whatever. He's in Vegas. There's bottle girls all around you, and that's who's around him. They're holding signs. It's a crew of bikini-clad bottle girls at the Encore Beach Club who work there, mind you, who deliver your drinks, who do all the things. And so people are making it an issue when it really is a non-issue.
Probably. I'm sure it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it's just part of it.
But it's an issue because of his fame, right?
Sure.
I mean, that's where, so they're making it,
Yeah. They're little heat merchants, on the internet saying, oh, my God, look what he's doing.
But people are like coming back like she deserves better. All these on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Guys are going to party. I mean, if your guy goes away on a bachelor party or even a guy's trip or whatever, which a lot of women, including myself, be like, go have fun. This is going to happen. There's going to be women in bikinis around that.
It's
you
not
gotta
like
trust your dude. That's it.
Especially in Vegas in the summertime, right?
Yes.
But it wasn't like he was making out with somebody sitting on his lap. He wasn't doing anything. He's not in a strip club.
No.
He's in one of the nicest hotels in Las Vegas.
He's at a pool party in Vegas, which a lot of people do.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong.
But everybody has to make something out of nothing, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Hopefully Caitlin's cool about it and doesn't say anything. He's probably out there because he's going to go to Vegas.
He was celebrating his birthday.
Yeah.
And you could sit there holding signs with his last name on it, although like bikini girls.
Right.
I'm sure they had a cabana. I'm sure the bottle service that is necessary to have a cabana. That's what comes with it. So, yeah.
But he realized something, like I said, that he's not normal anymore.
Yeah.
Would it affect you? 877-927-6969. All of a sudden, you dated somebody, they became super famous, and you were with them, and then they started looking at you and your life. If you don't have anything, and again, if you don't have anything to hide, you really don't have to worry about it. In this case, I don't think the kid did anything wrong. He just went to a strip. He didn't even go to a strip club. Excuse me. He went to a pool party in Vegas, which is normal. It is like going to get a bagel here.
I have a couple texts at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. The winner, the answer that they had for our 3 words that we do on Wednesday, 3-word Wednesdays, was bowl. And it was dust, cereal, fish, right?
Yes,
And the answer was bowl. And congratulations to our winner. Somebody says tell Greek because he didn't know what a dust bowl was. The dust bowl was a 1930s event. He was probably too young to remember on there. He wasn't around. Poor G-Man. He's like, dust bowl? Where do they play? Where do they play that game at? It was a historical event from the 30s, G-Man, also known as the Dirty 30s. A little different than the Dirty 30 at the strip club. They wanted you to know.
Oh,
Iowa, Notre Dame.
I was going like Orange Bowl,
where do they
Rose
play the
Bowl,
Dust Bowl at?
Cherry Bowl. Where the hell's that? I actually knew what it was, but it's a show. So.
Oh, okay. Wow, speaking of tattoos, somebody says, I know a guy that has a sparrow tattooed on his member. He says that when he gets excited, it turns into an eagle. Okay. Let's see. We had a buddy that was going into the service the next day. We got him drunk, and one of our guys was an amateur tattooist, and we had him put warning contents may be under pressure in the small of his back.
That's
a couple ones regarding the tattoos and it being illegal in the Middle Eastern countries. My family's from Iran, and the black market in Iran is super for real, simply because there are so many laws against so much fun stuff, right? So if you see the private behind closed doors parties I see on social media, you would be in disbelief. They said, looks like a damn Kardashian party. Iranians are notorious for overspending on luxury stuff and plastic surgery. But that's the thing. You got to live behind closed doors in a black market. Just, you would think you would want to go somewhere where you didn't have to. And then...
A lot of them come here.
And then we got a misspeak request.
Oh.
All right.
Says request, let's see, Greek misspeak 79, the M&M boys.
M&M Boys.
M&M Boys.
The M&M Boys were Mantle and Maris in the 60s.
79, it says. Greek Misspeak 79, the M&M Boys.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
The Honda is changing next year. It's going to move 3 weeks south. That means it's going to be in March. That made no sense.
Me and my brain, huh? And we're just getting started.
I like to get up and walk around for the ventilation in my legs.
What's the matter with you?
I wish I had a friend that I could say that to. No matter what, whenever you call me, ask me, I'm there. I got a couple people I could count on, and it's less than my hand.
I'm just curious. Can you do that with both hands?
I tell you, and I'm a rabbit, okay? No doubt about it. Take me to 40 with anybody. I'll tell you, I'm going to give you my money's worth.
I think I want my money back.
People really believe that it's an ego thing with him and these guys, and I don't see it that way. Again, we could be all coin.
5 stars for noise-canceling headphones. Why do you look so confused?
I'm complex.
Well, that's enough fun for one day. I'm sweating more than a non-legacy applying to Yale.
I didn't get the M&M Boys. Did you, Jim?
No. I don't understand the reference.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't.
79.
I
like the year.
Just read
the
the
year
text.
1979. That wouldn't go with it, would it?
I don't know. M&M Boys. If you're out there and you're texting, maybe you want to
help us out.
Help us out because we can't figure out blank or giggles today. I can't anyway. Franny did pretty good on the new game. She did about 3 for 10. I was like 0 for 20. It didn't even get into my brain like the first one I got. After that, I sucked. 877-927-6969.
You were talking about Caitlin Clark's boyfriend, right?
Yes.
And all of a sudden he's in fame and he doesn't know how to handle it. A couple that's sort of similar to that. We've talked about J-Lo and Ben Affleck, and of course they're kind of things aren't looking too good for them right now because he's not really caring that much for the spotlight. Well, yesterday was J-Lo and Ben's 2nd anniversary. Guess what they did together?
What they
Nothing.
do?
Absolutely nothing. Greek winner, chicken dinner.
I took a shot. I took a shot.
Absolutely nothing. That's
I had
right.
a feeling they might get back for a third time.
Jennifer Lopez spent her 2nd wedding anniversary driving around the Hamptons with husband Ben Affleck, nowhere in sight, as they say. On Tuesday, she was photographed in the passenger seat of a vintage Mercedes-Benz convertible with her longtime manager, Benny Medina. I guess that's how you say his name. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
They were just driving around together. Meanwhile, Affleck remained in Los Angeles with doing some work. They saw him showing up to his office as we've been talking about. J-Lo, who has spent the past few weeks in New York, hasn't publicly been seen with Ben in a month or so. Despite seemingly keeping her distance from Affleck, Lopez was photographed in Southampton with her stepdaughter Violet over the weekend. She
So she's with his kid hanging out, but they're not together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's apparently a little bit of a bond she's getting together because we've sort of mentioned it a little bit between her and Jennifer Garner. Apparently are getting along because they've got the common thing now that they both don't like Ben, I guess. Can you imagine what those conversations are like over a
But
couple
he's also been
glasses of
spending
wine?
time with Garner too.
Yeah.
Getting advice.
Yeah, because she said that she's done giving advice. She feels like it's too much in the middle. And also kicks back to her divorce, which is a very painful thing. Maybe the 3 of them can get together and just live together and all under one roof. And Mark Anthony stops by.
With the kids.
Yeah, everybody. They got enough for a basketball team.
Yeah. What is Mark doing these days?
He's married.
He just got married.
He's like,
bring her along.
He's like,
What the
leave me
hell?
alone.
Big party.
Yeah, he got
Is that
married.
one of his songs? Leave me alone.
Probably.
I think it's Leave Me Alone. There's a big party. He's, I think he's, I know he's just got married, but I don't know if he has any additional children besides Whitney. I don't know.
Besides Whitney.
Not Whitney, besides J-Lo.
Oh, okay.
He banged Whitney? Oh, my God, that's
No,
crazy.
he had a kid last year.
Oh, did he?
With his new wife.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then he's banging and bopping. He's okay, him. They stayed supposedly friends. I mean, but obviously they got kids together. That's a big difference.
He's got 7 kids total.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I imagine Ben and J-Lo will eventually kind of hash it out enough to where they'll be friends in the future. I'm sure they're going to split here and, I don't know if they're waiting for something or if they're getting their ducks in a row right now, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he doesn't look like, he would hold a grudge. If she can get along with Mark Anthony.
And it depends what the hell they broke up with. We still don't know. I mean, they were such a whirlwind, and all of a sudden buying this, buying that, getting houses, mansions, and all of a sudden they get divorced. It's crazy. Something happened. Maybe it was the Dunkin' Donuts thing. When she came to see him at his job, he got pissed. I don't want you coming to my job, Jennifer. And then she came to.
I mean, it seems fairly obvious, right? Just the fact of the spotlight, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless something else happened we don't know about, which I'm sure is obviously plausible, but. Maybe infidelity or something, but I
think by now there would have been rumors circulating that, right?
I would just assume that he doesn't like the spotlight and she does, and that's not compatible together.
And it's surprising because again, if that is the 100% truth, and it may be, he knew all that going in. And Matt Damon said that to him in an article. He's like, I told him not to get back to her. Everything he experienced the first time would be 10 times worse this time. He told a story about when they were on Broadway in New York. And they couldn't get a parking space because it was Christmas time and it was gridlock and everything like that. And he said, let's get out and go to the theater. And she was like, I don't know, Ben. And he was like, we'll be fine. Nobody's going to notice you. And he said within 5-10 minutes, whatever it was, there was a crowd. They couldn't even walk. How many people were around her? And he said, people see her. They go crazy. They're like, oh, my God, I love you. He goes, people come up to me and say, hey, I liked you in that film. He goes, and they just walk away. He goes, but with her, it's crazy. Yesterday, Lawrence Taylor was in Boca, and one of my friends is a big fan of Lawrence Taylor his whole life. And, he said, we saw him, and he's like, I didn't say anything to him. He goes, I'm not going to. But then he got the guts, and he went up to him, and he told him as a kid that, used to wear the 56, and he was a big Giant fan.
Got into Coke just because of you?
He didn't.
No. You left that out? It's terrible. It really is terrible because, he's a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's going to have that loom over his head for quite a while.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about that.
Smart move. Smart move. Don't bring that up. Yeah. You ever meet Lawrence Taylor, don't bring up the Coke.
There's a couple things I wouldn't bring up. That's one of them. But just a very nice guy is my point. When he got to talk to him, he was like, I appreciate it. And like I said, he talked about wearing his jersey when he was a kid. But as soon as I told him, I said, and Lawrence Taylor, let me tell you something. He's still big. He's a big dude.
Seems like he's a real nice guy, though. He does. He just gives you that impression when you hear him speak and in interviews and whatnot that he seems approachable.
He was nice.
I got to meet him briefly at a golfing event.
I didn't say
very nice.
Yeah, I didn't say anything to him. I didn't want to bother him. I was smoking a cigar and I didn't want to bother him. But
you met him?
Yeah. I worked with a bartending event, like golf cart girls and stuff like that. Yeah. And we worked an event, I think maybe it was in Boca. It was a handful of years ago.
Okay.
And he was there, and he was nice enough to take a picture and hang out, and he was very nice. Yeah,
cool.
Nice
cool.
Too.
Very cool.
He was nice yesterday. A lot of people didn't bother him. You know what I mean? He was just doing his thing, but he was there hanging out. And my one buddy went up to him. He said he wasn't going to go. He goes, I just want to walk past him. He goes, I'll go to the men's room. Then when he came out, he was like all lit up because I said something. I said, really? What'd you say? And he goes, I told him. I was like, and he said Taylor was cool, which is great. And he loves cigars, Lawrence Taylor. He smokes them 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it was cool to see him. But like I said, he's in great shape, and he's still a big boy. I think he'd still play probably a couple downs, 3rd and 2. I would still mind going against him. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday, so that means some WWGD. That's going to come at you. We also have some Florida stories. What is in the micro of wave?
Yeah, well, somebody fell asleep in a bathroom, and I'll tell you where and what they did when they woke up. Then we have an incident that, man, I have not posted this video. I have to when I have some time. But why did a Florida man jump in the water to escape his girlfriend? What? And also the cops. And then we have a U-Haul chase in Florida. I'll give you those details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. We're giving you 13 shots a day to score $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe it. Woo! Every weekday from 9:05 in the morning to 9:05 at night, we're giving you a keyword at 5 past the hour. Take that keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Every keyword is worth $1,000.
Thank you. That's awesome.
It's $1,000 in your hand. Good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Let's see what's up with traffic. on Real Radio.
Travel times up to speed along our Palm Beach expressways. We're looking good on 95. We do have a broken down car, Turnpike North on the ramp to Lake Worth Road. Look out. Left lane of that off-ramp is blocked. That's traffic on duty, Stuart.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Narosa Palm Beach, where you can party with the beautiful ladies 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And Friday night is Fetish Fridays, live fetish shows every hour. It's Narosa Palm Beach 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. And if you want to watch a sporting event, it's always on at Monrosa Palm Beach. You're a winner even if the team loses because you got the beautiful ladies of Monrosa Palm Beach. Open at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. It's Monroe's, baby. Peace.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home ready to handle strong winds and heavy rain? Don't stress. Expert Shutter Services is here to help. The largest storm shutter manufacturers on the Treasure Coast, Expert Shutter Services offers top-notch protection with Cat 5 rated Ultra Shield hurricane screens and Nautilus rolling shutters. Call Expert Shutter Services now for a free in-home consult at 772-871-1915. That's 772-871-1915. Expert Shutter Services. We're taking the shutter industry by storm.
Yikes! It's like a sauna in here. Isn't your garage supposed to keep your car protected from the summer heat so it's nice when you get in? This is like a giant brick oven with your car parked right where the pizza should be. If the point of a garage is to keep your car clean and comfortable all year round, how do you expect this leaky old tinfoil door to stand up to all that heat? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Garage doors should be insulated. If you love the door you have, we can add custom insulation to your existing bare metal panels. And if you're not so in love with the door you've got, we'll help you find a gorgeous new door with internally insulated panels to keep your garage cool and clean all summer long. And warm and clean all winter. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Tell you what, we'll bring you a pizza.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melt cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! And call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Hey, Zagreek, if you're not feeling the sizzle with your current financial advisor, time to make a change. Call Trajan Well today. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Your retirement should be like a great vacation, something you're looking forward to and something you can enjoy. They have offices in West Palm Beach. You can sit down with one of their experts today and figure out the best plan to reach your goals. And in life, the more goals you reach, the happier you'll be. Call Trajan Well today. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Trajan Wealth can help you figure out your retirement plan today.
Pace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny. As we move through the remainder of our Wednesday, it's a hot one for us too, with temperatures in the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits when you factor in the humidity. 1 or 2 inland isolated showers or storms will be possible, but the majority of us are dry for the rest of the day. We stay near 90 for the rest of the week. Rain chances increase for us late this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Gee, I'm actually surprised that Iranian women haven't been on your radar before. These are some very good-looking women. Okay, we're talking like an olive, brown skin, brunette girls. And I actually met one with that same complexion that had green eyes. It was completely shocking, actually, to tell you the truth. Very pretty women, G. Look them up. The Persian Empire. Peace, buddy.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Thank you so much for leaving us to talk back, Jeremy. We will make sure to relay the message to G-Man when he steps back into the Penthouse, because, you know, if it's about ladies, he needs to know. If you want to leave a talk back, you can do so. You just have to have the iHeartRadio app. Search for Real Radio 921. Click on that microphone icon, and just like that, you can leave us a voice message that we will play on air. Good afternoon. This is Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello, and I agree 200% with Jeremy. Middle Eastern women have always been very, 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 very yummy to me.
Yummy. They are attractive. I agree. And we have you out there. So many ways to participate with us, including that talkback line. And hopefully you did get that keyword that Rover just gave you, because we have 13 opportunities a day for you to score $1,000. If I'm doing the math right, that means we give away $13,000 a day. And we want you to have a piece of that pie. You get that keyword. You enter it at realradio921.com. You ready for some Florida stories?
Florida.
Did you say Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, deputies try to pull over a white, it doesn't matter what color, normally are white, a U-Haul for running a stop sign. The driver, later identified as Michael Allen Pierce Jr., ended up taking off. Deputies say Pierce Jr. continued driving eastbound and initiated a pursuit. He's like, I ain't stopping. You're driving a U-Haul. I have a feeling they're going to be able to catch it pretty easily.
Just like the kid who jumped in the water.
Yeah, so deputies chasing Pierce Jr. They said he reached speeds of nearly 80 miles per hour.
Whoa!
Wow, that guy's
Slow that bitch down.
But that is pretty good in the U-Haul.
They said that they had to set up stop sticks to disable the U-Haul because he would not stop. One of the devices, according to CCSO, struck the driver's side front and rear tires. And they said investigators said that, anyways, he still continued.
Hope he had the insurance.
Yes, right? Still continued on, even though it did affect a couple of his tires. And even with those stop sticks, he still exceeded speeds of 70 miles per hour. And then he ran a red light. They said they said they saw the driver's side tires of the van starting to shred and spark. He continued to drive anyways. From law enforcement officer after running another stop sign. Not just that. I mean, this guy's putting a lot of people in danger. They said he kept on going, drove down a narrow, winding road before trying to double back once he hit the dead end. Wah, wah, wah.
Went down the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta suck.
He ended up crashing the U-Haul through a wooden fence and then hitting a tree before deputies say he finally stopped the van. I don't know if he stopped the van or the tree stopped the van. I'm guessing it was more the tree than it
combination.
Well, it was him. They said that, of course, knowing a guy who's going to continue on, what do you think he did?
Oh, he ran.
Oh, yes,
of course.
he did.
Got
He
out
bolted. He bolted on foot.
There he goes.
But
catch me, bitch.
And they did. They did. They caught him.
They caught his ass.
They caught up to him, placed him in handcuffs. He's been charged with all kinds of stuff, property damage, fleeing and eluding, and has no set bond. But what were you running from?
Pretty good advertisement for U-Haul, huh?
I was going to say.
The issue is...
Can your trucks do that budget?
I was thinking he's got some crazy stuff in that U-Haul.
Yeah.
But he did have a suspended or a revoked license. That was one of his charges, was driving with one. But, man, you don't go that crazy, right?
I don't know. You never know.
I guess.
You never know what's in the mind of these people.
I guess. And then next up in north of Florida, this is a crazy situation. So a couple Florida Fish and Wildlife officers were looking for a certain boat when they ran into this one. And this one had a dude named AJ and his unidentified woman. We don't know her name, but we do know it's his girlfriend. And they were in the waters, Key West, around that area. And so this video has garnered millions of views, and it's with AJ, and he's arguing with officers and his girlfriend. And they said that, but the whole situation happened. All right, so the incident began when the two officers told the couple they were searching the area for different vessels in their jurisdiction, or excuse me, for but it happened to AJ and his girlfriend on a boat because they had some code violations on the vessel that they were on. So they discovered quickly that AJ and his girlfriend did not have IDs on them, and the boat that he was operating was breaking a number of codes. So he's like, I did nothing wrong. He's getting upset with them, and he is just freaking out. And he, this is the best comment, though. He's like, what are you doing? Are you just out here trying to catch people breaking laws on the water? And they're like, yeah, that's exactly our job. That's what we're doing.
What are you doing here?
And they do. They're like, obviously, yes, we're addressing violations because we're cops, and that's what we do. And one of them did reply. So he's getting upset. His girlfriend is getting embarrassed. And then the cop's like, do you have a warrant out for your arrest? Because usually when people start acting this way, agitated, it's because they've got a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
He's freaking out. His girlfriend's like, relax, all right? Just please relax. You're freaking out. He's growing anxious, da-da-da. And he threatens to jump in the water and swim away. Like, what will happen if I do it? And they're like, well, we're going to follow you. We're not just going to let you go.
I dare you.
Yeah.
Go to Cuba.
Go to Cuba.
So then you can
grab a
see
cigar.
The video then cuts out to the officers looking at a blurred out computer screen, which then in fact shows that, yes, AJ does have a warrant out for his arrest.
Well, look at that.
I know. So tensions peak. He tells officers, I'm going to go swim home. And the girlfriend's like, I swear to effing God, if you jump in the water, I'll be gone. You're not going to find me at home tomorrow. And then
he
she's
wouldn't
like,
be
let
home
me
either.
see your phone. So she wanted to call his boss. I don't know why. He wouldn't give her the password. She's like, give me the password. Nah, he wouldn't give her the phone. So she's like, all right, something suspicious is going on. These officers want to arrest him, and she wants to go through his phone. And he was like, hell no. He jumps in the water.
Crazy.
And yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. It didn't take long it was like a 7-minute swim back to shore where the cops were there to meet him and arrest him. And yeah, it was a very, very crazy situation. They escorted him right into another cop car and took him to jail. I'm curious if him and his girlfriend are still together because I'm like, what is in your phone that you didn't want her to see?
Sound like one of those crazy couples. They'll be together. Like Jimmy said, they'll probably get married Friday at the marina.
Yeah, he had the number of the guy driving the U-Haul.
Oh, is that it? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
And
They
then
had something going on together. I bet they were in cahoots.
then finally here at a New Smyrna Beach Walgreens. And I do have questions. Did this guy really just fall asleep? Because they noticed that an alarm went off, but before the alarm went off, the reason why is because there was a guy inside of a Walgreens that was closed. It's like 3 a.m, and then the cops are like, hey, open the door to let us in. So the alarm of the Walgreens was off. But that's what happened. 3 a.m., they hear the alarm. Then they're like, all right, let's look back at cameras. Because the place has been closed since 10. It's not a 24 hours Walgreens.
Sure.
So security footage shows this guy, identified as Christopher Morgan, walking in to the bathroom at 9:40. But then he doesn't leave the bathroom until around 2:42 a.m. So that's only gives him about 18 minutes of time before the cops arrive, right? And he's there when the alarm went off to open the door. But 5 hours he's in the bathroom. So he gets up. He's like, oh, nobody's here. So he treats himself to some Tostitos, a little spinach dip to go with it, some Reese's, Dear Deli chocolates, and even a Dr. Pepper.
Right, sure.
Heck of a place to take a nap, huh?
Yeah, and he got himself a pack of ciggies. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh. So the officers said that they could see him through the door, and they were like, they see him take a pack of cigarettes from behind the counter. And the security alarm is heard when the officers are trying to help him unlock the door to get out. So when the officers began to place him under arrest, they were like, is anybody else in there? And he's like visibly confused. Morgan is just like, oh, I don't know what's happening. And he said, I just came in to use the bathroom. So I have questions because we don't have details. Was he just that messed up maybe that he did and he passed out?
Probably drunk.
In the bathroom? And then while he was there, he was like, well, nobody's here. Might as well have some snacks. I'm hungry.
Got the munchies.
Yeah.
Where'd he get all the food from?
What?
Where he had all those snacks? Like he had that with him?
He was at a Walgreens.
Oh, he's at a Walgreens. I mean, I thought he was in the bathroom at a Walgreens. Is that what you said, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, but he got out of the bathroom. The bathroom's in the Walgreens.
Okay. So he brought all the food in the bathroom with him?
No.
Okay. Sorry, it just asked.
He fell asleep in the bathroom.
Then when he woke up, he went
left out
back
of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 a.m. Everybody's gone, almost 3.
Oh, okay.
So
Where's everybody?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Walgreens has a lot of things that you can have, including snacks.
And pens and papers.
All the things.
Band-Aids.
That's where they came from.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But they got condoms there, too.
They sell
He
condoms
doesn't care about that. But I did not read this last time. So when he did get arrested, they said efforts to place him in the back of a patrol car, he did spit on one of the officers.
Oh, terrible.
Inside the
Man,
vehicle.
that's it.
So gross. So gross. And that is your Weather Florida.
Great job, Francis. 11:05, 105. This is where we give you your Florida stories. Jimmy, I believe we have somebody on hold.
We do. Everybody, Mike checking in with us. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? How's Green Acres doing?
Green Acres is okay. I'm in Lantana now, but
all right.
Having a little late lunch. But anyway, just calling to say happy hump day to the Penthouse crew.
Well, happy hump day to you, Mike.
Hump.
Yeah, I don't have my shirt on today, but by the way, Greek, I do call every hour on the hour for that keyword, but unfortunately, they're not calling me, so...
Well, you got to keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got to get a winner. We want a winner, Mike. You're a very lucky man. You're one scratch off away from retiring and being a billionaire, so you can hit this one. Your odds are better on this.
How many times am I going to retire in life? I've already retired once.
All right, then you retire a second time.
A lot of people are.
I could use 1,000 because I did spend almost that the other day, and I took a loss. But, that's why they call it gambling.
That's right.
Right.
If you can't afford to lose it, you shouldn't lose it. And if you lose it, you'll get it back next time. They're just holding the money for you.
Oh, I'll get it back next week. I get paid. So
good.
I get paid by the government. So,
Oh, nice.
Right. Yeah. And somebody else will pay me, too. So.
Oh, good.
I'm all right. I'm happy. I'm not happy in life, but I'm happy as far as some things go.
Well, you know what? Everything can't be perfect. You know what? You're alive and you're kicking it every day, and that's a good thing. And you know what? Tomorrow you never know what door opens for you. You got to think positive.
Yeah, I just got $5 off my meal. So there you go.
See, there it is.
Lucky.
My God.
It's already turning around for you, buddy.
Right?
Oh, look, there it is, baby. $5 off your meal, and your meal was $4, so you're in good shape.
Not a ribeye, no. Not a ribeye for lunch.
Well, if you're having ribeye for lunch, you're doing good.
Yeah.
I had peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll enjoy something later. You'll go to Joseph's or something.
Yeah, the
You'll be
routine.
good. Yeah. But anyway, just want to say happy hump day, and Franny and Reek and Jimmy And I was listening to that contest you have, that new contest. That's a tough one.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy came up, but it's great. I mean, I circled the wagons on every one. I went like 0 for 14. It's hard.
It is. Yeah. I had the first one, I think. I had the first one that you gave, the first question. You know, I can't know what it was. But anyway.
All right, brother. You have a good day.
Thanks for always listening, Mike.
That's right.
Enjoy your lunch.
Mike, take care. Thank you so much for calling. So, Brandy, I know if there's any of the three of us that listens to country music, be you a little bit?
Yeah,
do you know?
I enjoy country music.
Do you know the Ingrid Andress?
I was not familiar with her until obviously her rendition of the national anthem, but I did do a little research on her. She's not huge in the country scene, but she has opened up for some big names. She's more singer-songwriter, but has her a couple albums that are out. Even the fact, which is pretty good, that I think because they're like, oh, she's just nominated. But to get nominated,
you got to be huge.
You just have to be pretty and talented is what it is.
Yeah, of course.
I think she's been nominated for Grammys like 3 or 4 times, too.
And that's why...
I'm not familiar with her music.
And that's sort of why I kind of brought that up in that way, because I haven't heard of her. And I mean, I do hear of, country artists. I don't listen to a lot of it, but at least a little bit, it's enough to where I would have thought I would have heard her name. But, and she has to be pretty decent, right? I mean, obviously with those nominations, but, well, I guess she became an instant sensation in this country. How about that, huh? Overnight, because of the unfortunate rendition she had of the national anthem at the Home Run Derby, I believe it was, right?
Monday night.
Well, she came out and let everybody know that the reason why she had such a bad performance is because she was drunk. She said, quote, "I'm not going to BS y'all. I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today to get help.
Oh, wow.
I need. That was not me last night." She apologized to Major League Baseball, all the fans, and this country I love so much for that rendition of the national anthem. She was very apologetic. I'll let you all know how my rehab is. I hear it's super fun. I'm sure she meant that in jest, a little bit.
Yes.
I know it's not going to be great, but she is doing. Matter of fact, she got a little slack for that too, for putting it out that way.
I'm hearing some people thinking it's just an excuse for how poor her performance was, because that came out on Instagram actually while we were sitting in our meeting yesterday afternoon. I saw that and I was showing the guys around me that she put out that statement, and it could be actually true, but a lot of people from a lot of other people, the background noise of whatever that I'm hearing is that they think that she is, which is, why would you want to use that as an excuse saying you have a drinking problem?
I think that's not a great excuse at all. I said that to you yesterday.
Yeah.
I can't believe she even said that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously she has people who help her with her career, PR people, look into things. And then when she had the comment, like you just said, Jimmy, about it being fun, I did hear some people pushing back on that too.
Yeah.
Where just say, I have a problem. Obviously, I'm going to get help, and I'm hoping I'm going to be better. That's it. Just keep it real, sweet, and to the point. I think when you start adding stuff, and with our society today, anytime you're in any kind of situation, they're going to scrutinize every single thing you do. And when you're sitting up there and singing and it doesn't come out good, it's just not a good thing. Unfortunately for her, that's what she'll be known for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, like they talked about, obviously, the bad ones with Fergie and Roseanne and stuff like that, Carl Lewis. But I don't know. I don't think she handled it well at all. But, I mean, one night that she got drunk and she went on stage, does that mean she had a problem? I'm sure she had other situations where, you know what, it hurt her career in different aspects of her life. Because you're not going to go say, I need rehab for one night if you had a couple of drinks. But I'm sure if there was other things in her life, then she's like, hey, this is the last straw. I got to get help. So hopefully she gets the help and she's okay.
That's the way it sounded like, right? With the words that she put out there that, I got to go get the help that I need. That obviously implies that it's just more than that one night. But is it just an excuse? Is she just using that? I mean, I agree with both of you. It's not exactly a great excuse if you're just trying to get it to blow over.
And there's no other reports when doing a little bit digging of her having any kind of negative interactions with drinking or people saying.
That's why, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's, I'm assuming fairly young?
She is fairly young.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah.
I think she's in her 20s. Or am I mistaken?
No, I would guess so. I mean, she's very, very young, but she's opened up for some big people, some opening acts, Dan and Shay, Walker Hayes. So She's been playing the industry for a while. She's 32, it says, but still young.
But even though, I mean, even at 32, even at 22, I mean, it doesn't mean you can't have a drinking problem at that age, even though it's young. But I just, I wasn't sure. I don't know if she's using that as just a way to get around it or kind of get her name back. I don't know if I would have said going to rehab if she didn't really mean it. So hopefully, if that's really what it was, she gets the help she needs and she can come back and bounce back from this. Because one rendition of the national anthem shouldn't ruin her entire career.
No. I think if she handles it right, she's fine. And again, she's also a singer, like Francis said, so she's got other things in the hopper. And hopefully she gets the help she needs and she's on the right path. That's it. But I guess she felt so much scrutiny from the way she sang that she felt like she had to come out with a comment.
It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. You couldn't turn on any sort of media without seeing it.
Yeah.
Being a big headline everywhere. I don't care if it was MSN, Yahoo News, anywhere. It was just all over the place.
Yeah. And it was only the home run derby. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was say Super Bowl or World Series or something like that.
Sure, it wasn't something like that. And, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to Roseanne, but I mean, when she did it, Roseanne did it to spite Pete. It was done, in a mean way. It was, and I think that's why she'll always have that reputation from her past of doing it. And I don't think this Ingrid girl did that.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Fergie's was bad too. Like it just sounded really bad at the time when she did hers. I heard Mo and Sally this morning. They on the morning show 105.5, our partners, and they were playing the Fergie one, and that sounded really, really bad. I totally forgot about that one, how bad it was. 877-927-6969. On the table today, Summer Fling. Have you ever had one? And has it ever turned into maybe a fall smash? Let us know. Was it good, bad? What happened? How did it end up? You could text us at Real Radio 47142, or you could call us 877-927-6969. Those are the numbers to call or the way to get involved with the show. Or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. The guy who owned Barstool had a little bit of a situation 2 days ago. And David, and he has a dog, right? Franny's dog is what, Peaches?
Mm-hmm.
And he was off the coast of Boston. I guess his boat died. And also he had no radio and no juice and almost ended up out to sea. And the Coast Guard rescued him. He was talking about it where he was panicking for a little while right off the coast of Boston. And you think, well, how bad could it be? But, you're floating out there. Who knows where you end up? But had no power, no cell phone, no anchor. And he was off the coast, and he said, he goes, you almost lost me today.
Well, yeah, it's I mean, of course you're going to get panicked, even if you're, like you said, off the coast of Massachusetts. Doesn't matter. But, yeah, they said that he took his mom out, too.
Yeah.
On his 28-foot boat, and he went on social media. He was like, your boys almost lost Captain Dave today.
Yeah.
Yep. He said, thank you for the U.S. Coast Guard for saving Captain Dave's life. But he says he just unhooked the boat from its dock in Massachusetts Harbor when he realized the engine was dead. After navigating the untethered vessel through the harbor, they said he ended up firing a flare gun, which caught the attention of a woman on a nearby boat. And that's when she radioed the Coast Guard, which then towed his disabled boat back to the dock, they said.
Thank God he had the gun to shoot that flare up there, because you never know what would happen.
You should have one if you own a boat.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's some innocent just going out for a little ride with his mom, and it ended up where it could have been a really bad situation. And the Coast Guard came to rescue him, and that was it. Yeah, I saw his video. I like his thing he does with the pizza, if you've never seen it. He does the pizza review. It's always good, and he has his dog Peaches that has gotten huge over the last, 2 months, whenever he's had it. But have a lot of respect for that kid for what he did and what he achieved. Started off with a small newspaper and just blew up and got so big. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. I hope you guys had a good day. Janet Jackson tickets today we gave away in Nelly. Tomorrow night, they are going to be live, and we gave them away 2 days for you guys to go and to have a good time on Real Radio. We also got a special call-in from the veterans about a big event. We'll give you some more details about that in the next segment, and also in the next week, where you guys can get involved with a big fishing tournament they're having on the Treasure Coast. It is the Greek, it is Franny, it is Jimmy, it is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We're going to come back in a few minutes with a trifecta and some WWGD, and I think today I feel really good that I can mess up some lives along with mine. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news channel. Junkie.
Jeff says, Sean, you need to stop. You have no idea what you're talking about. Are you a child therapist? No, I don't think so. Jeff, shut up. What are we talking about?
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Drive around the Palm Beaches is up to speed. We're not seeing any major delays on the roadways or expressways. Drive times on the Turnpike and 95, both up to speed. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
When the going gets tough, the tough get StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home. Our storm catcher screens and shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart ensures your experience from purchase through installation is seamless. We know what it takes to keep your home safe, livable, and beautiful. Because smart is making it easy to protect your home. And smart is simple. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Here's a surprising fact. More than half of men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction. Yes, it's more common than you may think. ED can be a sign of a more serious health condition, such as diabetes or heart disease. So if your partner is distant or having trouble in the bedroom, encourage him to speak to his doctor about it. Understand it's not your fault. Learn more about ED, its causes and treatment options by visiting edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. There you can find a board-certified urologist in West Palm who specializes in treating erectile dysfunction beyond medication and access an ED assessment. If your partner has tried pills or injections and hasn't gotten results, it's time to learn about a permanent solution that's proven to be safe, reliable, effective, and satisfying. Visit edcure.org. That's edcure.org or call 561-944-8977. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea? Of course you do, because everyone knows the Pepto song. But did you know that Pepto also comes in convenient and delightful solid forms?
Pepto has very fast melt cherry chewables, liquid caps that make relief easy.
Pepto makes relief on the go easy. So when you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hurricane season is here. There is no better time to protect your home and family with a new Generac standby generator. For as low as $200 per month, Assurance Power can prepare you for the next power outage. Call today to learn more.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. You guys are cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through the remainder of our Wednesday. It's a hot one for us, too. Temperatures in the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits when you factor in the humidity. 1 or 2 inland isolated showers or storms will be possible. The majority of us are dry for the rest of the day. We stay near 90 for the rest of the week. Rain chances increase for us late this weekend.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station.
Hey, this is Granny. Greg, will you come over tonight? I got a surprise for you. My Virginia got a facelift. Honey?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Granny, I thought she was with the Celebrity Weekend with all the nonsense going on, craziness. So, Granny, glad to hear you're alive, but I'm going to take a pass on that. But thanks for the invite. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for our last trifecta of the day.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Jet fans will be happy about this after the bad news about Rodgers missing the OTAs. There looks like there's a strong rumor that Adams and Rodgers will be teammates If the Jets get Adams, that would be huge with the Raiders. He's an all-star, played with Rodgers for 7 years, Hall of Famer, no doubt. Speculation only in rumors, but you know where there's rumors, sometimes things happen, so we'll see what happens. Speaking of the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs, they opened up their training camp yesterday. They were going for the three-peat. That's 3 in a row. First team ever to do it since Super Bowl I when the Packers took on the Chiefs. They're trying to go 3 times in a row, win it all. Not be there. The Bills were there 4 times in a row years ago, but didn't win. But the Chiefs are going to try to be the first team to win it 3 years in a row. And if I was betting on it, I would put my cash on it. All-Star game last night in baseball, American League and National League. American League won 5-3. Durant hit a 3-run homer. Big game for him, first time in an All-Star game. Also, WNBA, their All-Star game is this Saturday night in Phoenix, and they are expecting the largest crowd and the largest viewership ever. And I don't think that's going to be a surprise because nobody even knew of the WNBA All-Star game in previous years. Hats off to what they've achieved this year. They've definitely moved the needle on this. And that is your Greeks trifecta, last one of the day. Fanud, Faninish, bun.
All right. Well, since that is
hot dog bun,
since we're Fanud,
National Hot Dog
bun, that means on a Wednesday, final trifecta. We get into your emails. You send your emails to Jimmy@realradio921.com. And specifically, what you're doing for this segment is emailing him because you want Greek's advice. So we're using Jimmy as a middleman to get to G-Man because G-Man is the one that you want to answer your questions about love. And it could be work, gambling, sports, whatever it is, you think he's the right guy. This is WWGD, What Would Greek Do?
Get ready for WWGD. What would Greek do?
We'll be back in the first minute. Peace.
Can you believe people ask this guy for advice?
I understand that, but I was just wondering if the story said, yes, she was having an affair with the karate instructor.
I mean, really?
Well, let's try to really hype it up like this.
Seriously?
But it is very consuming. It's nerve-taking, on you.
It's WWGD.
Yeah.
Nerve-taking.
This is the guy. And we're going to start here.
Whatever.
Those were good. Those could be misspeaks. That was solid.
They were misspeaks. He cut them up.
All right. First, we have Howard writing in, and Howard says, my girlfriend and I are going to the Olympics in Paris. Ooh la la. That sounds nice.
That's very nice.
And we are going to stay 1 week in Paris. Well, she told him last week that she's going to stay an additional week, or wants to, shall I say, and hang out with some of her friends from college that are going to be there in Paris. So he was like, I do not want her to be in Paris a week alone without me. But she's giving me pushback about this. And it's like, well, I want to. I'm going to, probably. I want to hang out with my friends. Am I wrong to feel the way I do? I'm just worried about her, and I care about her, G-Man. WWGD.
I mean, if he cares about her, honestly, and, he's worried about her, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But first of all, she's a woman, and if she wants to stay, she's going to stay. And then if she comes home early, she's going to bitch about it all the time. Just tell her to be careful. Don't do anything crazy. Don't be drinking, and going out all night because it's the Olympics and there's going to be thousands and thousands of people there. So she does have to be careful. I mean, you don't want to ever tell somebody not to do something because then they end up resenting you. I mean, maybe he must have told her how he felt because he says that, hey, I'm concerned about you being here a week alone. I don't know her friends. So I can't reflect on that. Or if he knows his friends, maybe if he knew them, it's different, but it doesn't say in the email. I don't think there's wrong that he cares. It shows he cares and he worries about her, but it's going to be crazy out there. They are recommending really not to even go to the Olympics this year because they're anticipating some issues. So him being concerned over somebody he loves, I don't think there's anything wrong. I'm with somebody, and if they go out at night, and I always tell them, give me a text that you're home because I worry. I don't think he's wrong if that's the question. But I don't think I think she's going to go. That's it. He's going to have to deal with it.
Jimmy?
I wouldn't let her stay. She's probably going to bang the basketball team.
Oh, my God.
That was a little hanging fruit. You knew that was coming, too. How about this? Suggest that you stay for the extra week with her and see what her reaction is. No, I understand the safety for the safety reasons, like Greek had said, and that makes sense. But if she really wants to, I don't see how you're going to talk her out of it without her resenting you for it. So hopefully, there's some safe accommodations for her. Because obviously there's a lot of people there. You're in a foreign land, so you never know what's going to happen. And As far as what to do,
it's going to be a tough week.
I don't see how you can fight it. I really don't. If she wants to stay, she's going to stay, right?
Yeah.
And if
I'm
you
with
try to
you.
force her, I mean, she's not a kid. She's not 10 years old, so where you got to take her home with you. So you got to say, just, wish her the best and, stay in contact with her. And hopefully, everything's on the up and up.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because really all Howard is asking in this WWGD, as G-Man had answered, was, am I wrong for feeling this way? I'm worried. I care about her. So, I mean, if that's your only question, I don't think you're
No,
wrong.
you're not.
Yeah, that's
Not at all.
a question. You're not, but I'm with you. I think she's going to go. She's probably going to go and do what she wants. Let her have her fun. Maybe before she does, make sure you know where her accommodations are. Maybe if her friends are going to be there too, you hang out with them. If you don't know them that well, her college kids, just kind of maybe it's just, you're there for a week. If they're there too, have a night or two or a day where you can interact with them. And just so you have an idea of who she's going to be spending this extra week with too.
Yeah. And I wouldn't carry home her souvenirs a week earlier. I'd be like, you're taking them home. You're getting any souvenirs in the Olympics.
You bring that Eiffel Tower home with you.
That's right. I'm not carrying it.
Thanks for actually bringing that in.
The Eiffel Tower is something else in other people's households.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh.
Look it up.
Sorry.
Well, they're in Paris.
I know. I'm kidding, but look it up.
But you're right. Putting it back into perspective,
Yes.
he was asking, not what to do about her, but the simple fact of, are you wrong? No, you're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong. You care, and that matters.
Just say, please,
Yeah.
if you can,
Yeah.
just check in with me every day, just so I know you're okay. Stuff like that.
I do with
Put it on the board.
friends. I mean, somebody goes away, hey, just text me. I know you're there. If I didn't care, I wouldn't ask you. I mean, so I don't think there's anything wrong in him caring, and it shows you the kind of guy he is. He's a class act. If she gives you pushback on that, like you're not my dad and all that, then I'll go to Paris with him. But it's going to cost them more.
All right. Well, next step on your WWGD, we got Robert. And Robert, him and his girl of 3 years, he says that she has changed, or my girlfriend of 3 years has changed over the last 6 months. She started going to the gym. She's become friends with a lot of different people. She's at the gym in any chance she can outside of work and leaves, it looks like, no time for our relationships. And he seems like I'm always waiting for her to come home from the gym. It's a lot of time at the gym. Last week, she said she might want to do a little mixed martial arts. Maybe get into UFC kind of stuff.
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, yes. Become a fighter.
Sounds familiar.
And quit her job. That's how hardcore she is. He was like, that would mean I would support us while she's chasing her passion. And I'm not down with that.
Oh.
Wow. Also, I've noticed our relationship has changed. Would you get out now and start over? WWGD, what would Greek do?
I mean, if the relationship's changed, that's not good. Usually when somebody's dating somebody and something new comes in the mix, like this situation he's saying where she's going to a gym, there's nothing wrong with that. But all of a sudden,
I'm guessing, can I just throw this in there because he says she's there for hours? Like when I'm think she's going to Planet or Crunch Fitness and just working out. It sounds like she's going to a place where she's training, like a jiu-jitsu kind of karate mixed martial arts gym, because the fact that now she has this passion to become a fighter.
There's classes and whatnot
and
involved.
you can spend a lot more hours in that learning how to train to become, I don't know what kind of style she wants to do of mixed martial arts, but that's what it sounds like, and that can take up more time than if you're just on a treadmill or weightlifting, right? So that's my assumption, especially now that she wants to become a UFC fighter.
all right, well, again, it's going in a direction where he's not happy with A, and B, she's not around. So I think that he's going to end up, if he does this, he's going to end up resenting her if he's got to pay all the bills and he never sees her. And, the relationship's taking a back burner. Her wanting to become a fighter, that's great. You can find new things to do all the time, but that could take a few years. And who knows where the hell that's going to be and where that's going to land. If he's got an opportunity to get out now, if that's the question, and you see that it is a difference, then get out. Because it's probably not going to go back to where it once was. She has a whole new passion in her life, and if she wants to change careers, she's going to be spending a lot of time. And, he knows that. So it's going to be a different relationship. So maybe you guys just ran your course. That's it. I don't know if there's going to be a compromise because it sounds like this is what she wants to do, and she's going to be in the gym all day.
I just don't know why she has to quit her job. It's not like she's training for the Olympics. She can get another job on the side while she's training. This isn't going to consume her life. Yeah. A lot of fighters do.
I don't know. I mean, based on that, I'm sure he wouldn't be happy about it. He comes home every night. You want to see the person you're with. You want to see who you're in love with. You don't want to come home and look at an empty couch and keep looking at your watch.
Well, I mean, it already says, I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
So we know he doesn't want to support her. She's got a new passion in his life, and clearly it's not Robert anymore, and he doesn't like the way her lifestyle's changing, so maybe the relationship has ran its course. Jimmy, what do you think?
I would just communicate with her and let her know your feelings. I mean, obviously, you've been with her for 3 years. You don't want to just throw it away, throw 3 years away. Communicate with her, find out, where this is going. If it looks like she's a completely different person, completely changed person, unfortunately, that might be it. But I would just, my only advice would be to communicate with her and try to go from there.
All right. Well, best of luck, Robert. And let us know if you guys stay together or not, what her name is, so we can look out for UFC fights.
Yeah, really?
Get her some tickets.
Let us know. And then next up is Amy, and Amy's a divorced mom, and she's got a 11-year-old son. And so she's started dating a dude, and they've been together about half a year, and she introduced him to her son 3 months ago. And they say so far, so good. He gets along with him, and he's really nice to my son. I'm not... there's not necessarily see if they have a future, but hopefully that's it. She said she's just worried that if her son's getting too attached, and she wants to know, would it be wrong to explain to him my feelings, or do you think that would push him away? So it sounds like she's not necessarily sure that there's a future together with them too.
Right.
But her son is getting attached. She said, Greek, I know you have been in this kind of situation. WWGD, what would Greek do?
It's hard because the kids do get attached, especially we don't know whether or not the father's in the picture. She's not saying that, but kids do get attached. I still have a connection with my stepchildren, and it's hard because you're around them. I think, she said 6 months, and a few months she met him. I mean, that's good, but what you don't want is the kid to have this every year. You know what I mean? Or every 2 years, different guys around, because then, that's not a great situation for the kid to see his mom with different people. And it does affect the kids. It really does. I was very fortunate as a child. My mother never dated until I was like 19 years old. My whole childhood, she didn't go out. We would always tell her, go out. She wouldn't go out. But in this situation, if she's not sure and she wants to talk to him, I don't know if it's going to push him away, but it might make him feel bad because he might think something different. But again, we go back to a lot of this stuff. It's communication and telling them what you feel. Maybe she might be like, you know what, I don't know how I feel yet about us, but I just worry about my son. Maybe she backs off him being around the son as much. But it might be too late already because the kid might come home every day and be like, where is he? What's going on? We've seen him. And kids are like that, especially when there's not a male or female influence in their lives. So as of right now, I would just be happy for what she has and maybe talk to him and just try to tell him. Whether or not he pulls away, I don't know about that. But it is tricky with kids. It really is. And you got to always think of the kids first because you know what? You don't want them growing up feeling bad or, developing some kind of thoughts. And I went through it. So you got to be careful.
I'm kind of curious as to, because, that's usually a pretty big step when you introduce your new partner to your son or, to a sibling like that, in this case, your son. I'm kind of surprised that after 3 months you were okay with that, but now you're having doubts. So maybe something's happened in that last 3 months where you're not feeling like there's a long-term relationship here with this dude. This is unfortunate. I think you got to make a hard decision what you want to do here as far as and because you can't mess around. Greek makes a great point. I mean, this is your child. First and foremost, it has to begin there. You have to really think, do you see any sort of future with this guy? And if you don't, I would address that side of it right now. I wouldn't wait much longer on it. That would be the only extra advice I might give.
The one thing, the comment you just made, I agree with what you said, but it seems like the people I'm around or just people I know, girls introduce guys a lot sooner, it seems today, to people, which I think is not a good thing. I think it should be, you date somebody 3-6 months and get to know them, then bring it in. Because it can, go out with this guy a year, this guy 6 months, the kid's 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. I know a kid, he's met about 9 guys, and he's about 15. So it's, something that you said, I don't know if that was old school thinking, but it seems today there are more,
right.
out there and say, oh yeah, this is so-and-so who I'm dating.
So pretty safe to say, though, maybe something changed within the last 3 months?
Sounds like
she
it.
went from, okay, let's introduce him. And
So now I'm not sure if we have a future.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
But relationships, you know what? You go out with somebody after 3 months or whatever, it could be great. Then after 6 months, you might get to know them, good, bad, or indifferent. Maybe you're not sure.
It's true.
Maybe that's the lesson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I agree with
What do you think,
what you
Brandon?
have to say. Maybe because of this, because it has only been 3 months that they've gained a relationship, and you said that they are starting to get really close. Maybe if you're unsure at this point, I wouldn't say totally keep because if you're still going to date this guy and he's going to be around, I'm sure your son's going to ask about him. But maybe not have him spend as much time, because if you're unsure, you don't want him to keep on getting more and more and more attached to this guy, and then 2 weeks from now or a month from now, you realize that this isn't the guy for me.
That's why I think you got to make that decision now, you know, because one thing that Greek said, and I think that this is going to be an issue for you, is your son's going to, if he's that attached, he's going to keep asking, hey, where's John? Where's John? You know, I want to hang out with John. I want to throw the ball with John. And so you got to kind of make that decision.
And the other thing, too, with kids is, and again, I went through it, when you start bringing somebody around, if you do more things together, the kids feel like it's a family. Like, hey, this could be my new dad, or we're kind of hanging out. And then if it breaks up, then the kid's got to, it's hard for him, too. Yeah. So you really got to think about that.
All right. Well, best of luck to Howard, Robert, and Amy. If you ever want to email and get Greek's advice, of course, you're going to get the 2 cents from the rest of the Penthouse. You can always do so, and we'll read it on a Wednesday afternoon. This is WWGD. What would Greek do?
Thank you, Francis. Great job, as always. Thank you, Jimmy, for your input. Always appreciate it. Today, we had summer flings. You guys didn't really, come on, you guys had some summer flings. You can call us tomorrow with this, too. But summer flings that turned into fall smashes, where they just continued on, where you went on vacation, you met somebody. A lot of times people meet and then they're like, oh, we're going to hook up, and it's long distance, and it just usually fizzles out because that's a hard thing, too, especially if you meet somebody and they're from, you meet them in Miami and they're from New York or L.A. or Chicago. It's a good thought, like, hey, we're going to stay together, but usually it fizzles out. But real love, you know what? It doesn't. So you never do know.
Just a quick reminder, too, we talked to, was it Mike and Stephanie, I do believe, right? Earlier from, they're putting on the part of the 12th annual Treasure Coast Bonita Blast. That's going on Saturday, July 27th. If you're interested in being in the tournament, if you got a boat, some guys that want to join, or if you just you're interested in helping the Wounded Veterans Relief Fund, that's what they're doing this for, this charity. It's a great charity. You can go to WVRF.org, WVRF.org for more information there on either participating in the tournament itself or even just making a donation for them. That's going to be happening at Pirate Coves Resort and Marina in Stuart, Florida on Saturday, July 27th.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks to a great job again by you, everything you do. Thanks for all your help behind the scenes, on front of the microphone, and everything you add to this perfect cake.
Well, Thank you very much, Greek. Thank you very much, Francis. Thank you for listening.
If it is a cake, Franny, you're the frosting. You are always the best part of this show.
What kind? Buttercream, fondant? What am I?
Whatever you want.
I like buttercream.
Buttercream, yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Whatever
like
you
that
want.
nice cream cheese frosting. That's good, too.
All right. Oh, creamy.
Okay, I'm going to be cream cheese frosting.
How about chocolate mousse?
Wow. A lot of cream going on here.
Not a big chocolate mousse fan?
For frosting?
Did you ever have it?
Yeah. I'm gonna pick cream cheese frosting. It's
That's your cake.
That's the one I want. No, it's your cake. I'm just topping it.
Sounds great.
Right.
I'm not going to argue.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. Listen to Rover's keywords coming at you in a few minutes. We have our 2 o'clock keyword, and that is so you could get $1,000 in your hand. Take the keyword, enter it at realradio921.com.
Yes, you guys have a great afternoon. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio and the Penthouse. Remember, the best view is always the Penthouse. That's why they put it at the top, because you got the best view. You guys have a great afternoon. God bless. Peace.